Yo, yo, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. That is not an optical illusion. That is Warren without his lamp. So he's going in and out on his green screen. And Static is somewhat getting sorted out. He'll be here in a little bit. We've also got a cast of others that are on the way. Jez and Kyle are wrapping up over on Jez's channel. I'll probably shoot the link out to Lee, see if he wants to hop on. But we're all here, gentlemen. We're here. We're here. It is Friday. This is the end of season show with yours truly, the Southern Gooner. Big up to everyone in the chat that is here. Warren, it's been a while, man. It's been a whole 8-9 months since we've pretty much sat here on the panel together, brother, and talked about the Arsenal, man. And brother, it's good to see you.
Yeah, thank you very much for asking me to come on, Matty. I'm really looking forward to this and hearing what other people's opinions are about this debacle that's happened over the last few months. So yeah, thank you very much.
Yep. And Static, I think Static's still trying to get sorted out here, so he'll be on in just a little bit. But Warren, I tell you, man, it's been a rough season this year for me, man. A lot of people say last season was bad. This one's even worse because you, in a sense of the word, you competed, but you didn't get over the line. And what did not get you over the line was a case of mishaps. But Warren, it was the same mishaps that we've seen for the last 3 years. See, a lot of people look at second and second. I want people to realize this kind of looks like fifth, eighth, fifth, because we couldn't get over the line then. So it's more of a continuation of not being able to get over the line, Warren. And so I just feel like this year was a major missed opportunity to compete and be successful.
100%. I mean, the problem is like finishing second, fifth, third, 10th, 15th, 17th. It don't really matter. If you don't win, what's the point? Do you know what I mean? It's like all these people jumping around because we finished second. I just think, well, what are we getting for finishing second? We're not getting anything. We're not winning a trophy. You know, you want to be like champions. And that's the end of it. That's the whole point of sport, is to be the winner. Otherwise, what are you doing? It's not, you know.
Yeah.
It's not a kids' tea party where everyone gets a prize. You know?
I mean, that's the way they treat it, man. It's just like it's like here in America we have this thing called field day, and it's everybody plays and they get a little ribbon to say they played that day, and that's kind of how our fan base operates. They think that just because we came in second, that's the best of the best. But now what the narrative is, they'll say, well, if I would have told you 3 years ago that we finished second, you'd be ready to bite my hand off to accept that. And I was like, no, I would have preferred to have won a title, had a trophy, because that's what I'm thinking. That's when I look at long-term aspirations. That's what I look at. I look at not settling. Our fan base is settling now, and that's a scary initiative. But I want to bring in Brother Static, man. Brother, good to see you, man. But this is the Static, who is the sheriff of the chat room, the long arm of the law. Brother, how are you doing, man? Glad to have you here.
Hey Matt, hey Warren, it's great to see you boys. Hello everyone in the live chat. It's good to see you all.
Good. So, brother, what do you make of how we finished out this season this year? I mean, you saw what we started at this year. You saw coming in from last year, and you saw now United's won their trophy, and we're yet still here, holding the bag, with second place. What's your thoughts, brother?
It's once again yet another disappointing season. It's pretty much deja vu. That's all I can say. That's the best way to describe it, because it was the same as last season, where we threw all the domestic cups away, the League Cup or Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, before you even reaching the quarterfinals, both competitions, not doing as well as we should be doing in Europe. I mean, come on, we're Arsenal Football Club, for crying out loud. 12 months later, same thing again. So yeah, okay, we got to the quarterfinals, and yeah, we did go all the way in the league, but ultimately and overall, we ended up empty-handed yet again. It's just so disappointing.
Yeah, I just feel like we keep going around in circles as a club. I just feel like it's more or less we're doing the same thing every single year, and it's a case of where are we going to start to see the actual? See, this year was termed as progress, but when are we going to actually start seeing some fruit of the labor? Let's put it that way. When are we going to start seeing fruits of the labor? If we're going to go through these entire seasons, but where are the trophies? Where are the accolades to show for it? I'm not talking about the accolades for the manager.
I agree.
Because that's what we heard this week. This week it was accolades for the manager. Where are the accolades for the team, the club, the trophies? Where are the trophies? You know, I've even thought about this notion. There's a lot of this Pep rumor of Pep leaving out of there, you know, leaving to roll out, you know, at the end of the year. This I had to catch myself. I'm trying to keep it together tonight. This fool would probably, I wouldn't put it past him to do all this to Arsenal and then turn around and leave. It just roll out, you know, just leave. Sign a New Year deal, whatever. Oh, it's a part of the ways, and just leave. And the club is right back exactly, like I said earlier before we came on, right where we are when Arsene Wenger left. It's the same old tripe. Yeah. Over and over.
Drop a grenade and leave.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. I have in my spirit. That's what I'm starting to believe is getting closer to happening. Brother Bance, how you doing, man? Good to see you, brother Abs.
Yeah, how you doing, people? Big up to the panel, big up to the chat. Yeah, man, we've got a lot to discuss today, man. A lot to discuss.
Yep. So we're talking about the just the season in general, man. I mean, you go to the summer. You saw the signings we made in the summer, and as we went into the season, we saw some preseason. Season started, and it seemed like nothing that he did in preseason. He started the season. It was completely different than what we saw. People forget that it was completely different than what we saw in the preseason, you know. And then we saw Partey at right back, Havertz midfield. You know, back to, you know, the same old thing. Timber injured, Tierney on loan, and it's barely getting by in a lot of these games. Vance, what's your thoughts on the season, that first half of the season?
I didn't enjoy it. I'll be totally honest with you. It was almost like we didn't have a style of play. And if we did, someone can correct me, you know, in the chat, but it was messy, unorganized. You know, we didn't have players were just off form. I can remember players like Odegaard weren't playing well. You know, the only guys that are playing well was our back four. And even then, I can't remember if Zinchenko started any games, but even he was a little bit dodgy as well. You know, and then we weren't quite there with Havertz as well, you know, where we were just playing him, you know, in the centre mid. So it just wasn't, things were just not clicking for that first half of the season. And a lot of people forget that because of our second half of the season. A lot of people excuse that because, you know what, we played well in the second half, but You know, that was the way we played the first half of the season was shocking. It was shocking.
Yeah.
And we were just barely just getting through games, barely winning games. So I remember the 2-2 draw against Fulham, where they went down to 10 men. And, you know, we just, you know, I keep saying this every stream I'm on with you, Matty, that your home form, you know, will tell you a lot about your season. You know, Man City, you know, fortress. We don't have a fortress at the Emirates at the moment. You know, our away form was good, so I can take some positives from that. But our home form is very questionable. Are we going to go into next season like this? I don't know, but that's another question for another show.
Warren, I'm not. I think Warren just got his logo up there. But you there, Warren?
Yeah, I'm here, mate.
Okay. All right. Just want to make sure you were there. So Warren, what's your thoughts on that period? Because as Alp stated, we're basically looking at the end of the year. That November, December, 1-7, because that gets lost. That gets lost in the shuffle. A lot of people love everybody's locked in on Aston Villa. Everybody keeps going back to Aston Villa. But we don't go back to that November, December, 1-7. 1-7, I think, played a major part in why we did not hoist up a trophy 2 weeks ago. What's your thoughts on that, Warren?
I mean, the form was very concerning. It was. And I remember, I'm just going to go back a bit further than what you just said, though, Matt, because at the beginning of the season, we saw players being played out of position even more than what they are now. You know, we had Thomas Partey tried at right back. Then he dropped Gabriel because he was flirting with going to Saudi Arabia, allegedly. And then suddenly Thomas Partey picks up a mystery injury. Mate, I'm sorry, but I just don't believe anything this club says. It's all, for me, it's all about PR and, you know, protecting this manager. It's like, I just thought that period, November, December, it was starting to fall apart at the seams. And they went off on that trip to Dubai. And I just thought that was big gamble because of the climate more than anything else. You're going off into a really, really hot environment and then coming back into a cold one. People picking up flus and colds because of the big change in climates that they're moving around in. And then also picking up groin injuries and stuff like that. All of that could have happened, but thankfully, thank God it didn't. But, you know, it's just, mate, it's just all this chaos that surrounds the club. And it's completely unnecessary. You know, and I was watching something earlier today with George Graham, like back in the day, like I think must have been about 1990, something like that. And he's standing there, he's walking across the pitch with a suit on, and he's talking with authority and all the rest of it. And I'm just thinking, and I was thinking about all the other great managers we've had. And this guy, I think he's just on an ego trip. And I think he just thinks he's a fashion model. And that's it. Do you know? And that's like, mate, I'm very disillusioned with the whole thing because I just can't see that at any point this is going to improve under this regime or this manager. I can't. I just think this is going to be as good as it gets. And I think if from here on in, it could just we could go, you know, it could all fall apart again. And like you said earlier, like we could be down in 5th or 4th or something like that. And I mean, the big thing that's keep going about in my head for the last few days is what Stan Kroenke said when he bought the club. And he turned around and said, listen, I didn't buy this club to win trophies. And then you look at it, how much has he actually won? We actually won since he's been involved with the club.
Brother, we hadn't won anything. Hadn't won
Exactly.
anything. Hadn't won anything. Not nothing. No cup comp. I tell you, I sat there and watched that game last week. And I don't know about y'all, but when I watch these other folks in cups, it really pisses me off. It really pisses me off. My blood starts to boil, especially watching United lift the trophy as dire as their season was this year. Dire, I mean dire, dire as they were, to be able to go beat the manager that our fan base over the last 3 months, they sat there, they said they were not able to compete with this manager. We had to wait, all of these excuses, and and then you watch on a one-off game in a cup. And if you notice, have y'all noticed that Manchester United tends to win cups all the time? I mean, no matter how bad they are, they find ways to get into these cup finals, semifinals, and cups. And then we can't even get out of fourth round, third round. And I'll say it again, we overachieved in the Champions League this year. And we're going to find that out this coming season. We're going to find out when that format is changed. And we're going to draw a big boy this year. I don't know who the big boy is. We're going to probably end up drawing a big boy this year. And the rude awakening is going to happen. Lion Text, glad to have you in the building, brother. It's good to see you, man, as always, brother. We're talking about the first half of this season. Where for you did everything go wrong in the first half of the season, Lion Tech?
Yeah, big up Matty for having me, and big up to everyone on the panel. Where did it go wrong? From the transfer window, bro. To be honest, like that was literally where it started, because we all knew like we needed a striker, but yet no, we go and get Kai Havertz for 65 million, and then this manager decides to think, you know what, he's actually a midfielder, so I'm gonna put him in midfield for like 12 games in a row. And then you wonder why we were struggling throughout that whole time. Even though we were scraping games, yeah, it was not convincing. The football was rubbish. You know what I mean? We were struggling literally every week. And it got to the point, yeah, where like the results was just starting to go south. You know what I mean? We had that 1 win in 7, like losing to West Ham, losing to Fulham before the end of the year. And boy, I don't know, it just went downhill, man. Like, it was certain decisions, like putting Partey at right back as well and benching Gabriel. That's another one, because like that was just wild. And then it's only when Timber got injured, he put Gabriel back in the team. So it makes me think, like, was it because Timber got injured is the reason why Gabriel even came back in the first place? Because let's not forget, like, he was literally on the verge of getting sold. Like, a lot of people forgotten that. And it's only literally that Arteta probably had a change of heart. It's the reason why he stayed in the first place. Because he was looking to break up that defensive partnership that we had. Like, I don't know, it was madness, bro. But nah, the football was rubbish for the first half of the season. It was crap, bro. Like, every week, I was just getting angrier and angrier, bro. Like, literally every single like match review I was doing, like, was just like me ranting, because it got to the point, yeah, bro. I was just sick and tired of it, man. Literally seeing Trossard on the bench every week, seeing Jesus start every week, Zinchenko, another one, starting every week. Like, it was rubbish, bro. And like a lot of games that we scraped here, we was lucky to even scrape them. So yes, it was not enjoyable, bro. I can't lie, it was not enjoyable at all, man. It was rubbish, bro.
I think for me personally, I think because having to sit there and watch a bulk of those games there,
Mm.
the warning signs for me were when we played lawns. And that's when I started to tell people like we've got some major issues. And then when we played, it was I think was it Nottingham Forest that we played who was the first game of this year? Was it Nottingham Forest?
Yeah, not in
Nottingham
first game.
We almost threw that away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2-1, wasn't it?
Yeah. We
scraped that game as well.
we were scraping games.
Even Fulham, we could have
Palace.
lost. Yeah.
You remember Palace? It took a penalty kick to win it.
Yeah.
That was
Even
another
Fulham.
Yeah.
Matt, even Fulham away. Home. At home, when we drew 2-2, we could have lost 3-2 in the dying seconds of the game.
Yeah. And Man United as well.
Yeah, I forgot about you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
The
threw
offside
away.
VAR saved us.
Yeah.
Oh, VAR is not in Arsenal's favour this season. Well, we had a lot of things going our way and then again, so it's balancing things out the whole season.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Matty, sorry, I don't mean to cut in. But, I mean, you're sitting here talking about us scraping wins against Forest and Palace. The club spent over £700 million. Should we be scraping wins against sides like that, having spent that amount of money? Because to me, it smacks of people doing the recruitment, not knowing what they're doing, and the money being wasted. I honestly think 85 to 90% of the money that's been spent by this club since Arteta has been here has been wasted.
You won't get an argument out of me. I tell you that. I just feel like for me, I'm a results-based man, and when you spend that kind of money, there has to be some form of result. There has to be something there. It has to be something there. And Warren, we go back to the year before that. What did we get in the transfer window? I mean, we brought in Jesus and Zinchenko, and that was it.
Yeah.
And we knew Zinchenko was no good in his position that he was playing him at. We knew that. Cost us the league. Pretty much cost us the league against Liverpool. Year before that, what did we bring in? Sambi Lukonga, Nuno Tavares, Fabio. People like they think that things are going to change, and I just keep trying to remind people it's going to be more of the same this year.
See, even that Pablo Vieira thing. I mean, the fella walked into the club wearing a protective boot. I mean, what the hell? Do you know what I mean? That's why you have medicals, so you can make sure the purchase you're going to make is okay, and they're passing that through. It baffles me. It really does. This sort of madness would never have gone on in George Graham's time.
Nah.
It wouldn't.
Nah.
Not have had it.
No way. Hit the transfer dealings, and then I guess we'll come back to the scene in just a second. We'll tie all this in because those transfer dealings in the summer, if we had not let this sink in, I've said this before, I'm gonna say it again. If Declan Rice didn't play the way he did this year, just imagine where we would have finished at.
Yeah. Well, they say the roles have been reversed, right? And it was Timber that had not got injured, and Declan Rice had got injured in the second game. What the hell would have happened? Or like Injurian and Saliba had gone off. See, they say we'd had two like serious big injuries to Declan Rice and William Saliba at the beginning of the season. Mate, we wouldn't have even got into the top four.
Yeah. I think, gentlemen, I think that Arsenal is a team that you have to have two great players in each position. Because if you lose one, it throws everything out of whack.
Mm.
Saliba played 100% of the season. And he's going to be playing in the Euros. Then he's coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Who on this panel right now is willing to place a bet that at some point that he's going? Well, let me rephrase that. Who wants to place a bet that he's not going to have an injury this year?
It wouldn't surprise me. I can't lie. It would not surprise me.
We're gonna
agree.
get the injury bug this year, y'all, because last year we got very, very lucky. Very, 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 very. The usual suspects had their normal injuries. It's not Jesus. And he's back on the shelf again, on his way back to the surgery room.
Well, Saka's another one. He's going to break down. He's injured now, isn't he? He missed the last game of the season. Maybe that's a ploy, so he can get him out of the England squad, so he doesn't have to go to the Euros. I don't know, but he's showing signs of being burnt out to me. And how old is he? He's not that old, is he? Still, he's like
24. He's 24.
Yeah, exactly. So
So.
he if he's not careful, that young lad's career is going to be destroyed.
Boys, Saka's 22. He'll be 23 in September.
Okay, bro. He played him so much. He played him so much. I thought he was that old. That's how much. That's how much.
Yeah. Can I just say, I thought Saka was struggling all season. To be fair, I really thought he was. So, and going back to what Matt said, I just want to say quickly, even the FC Porto president, he was shocked at why Arsenal were interested in Fabio Vieira. He's like, what? Even he was stunned. Like, why would Arsenal buy this player? It's like he's also injured. So.
But you know what, man? That goes to show you how inept we are in the transfer window. Like I said, we're gonna talk about transfers too today. We're gonna get to that in a second. Let's round out this season. We'll go ahead and round the season out because I want to get into these transfers. I want to talk about this manager and these rumblings I heard this week.
But I just wanted to conclude by saying I'm
Keep
convinced. Yeah, sorry, Matt. I just wanted to conclude to you guys that I genuinely thought Saka was not playing 100% all season. Yeah, he had a good season. He's had a very good season, but just by watching him play, it just looked like he was not playing 100%. He was like always carrying injury all season.
So let's go to the second half of the season. Started out the season great. I started the second half great. I mean, it was wow. I think it caught a lot of us off guard that we were doing that well.
Dubai worked, Matt. Dubai.
Yeah, but see, here's the problem.
Getting fed that meat, boy.
Hey,
Sounds like a Popeye situation. Like he's getting fed that meat, and then next minute he's getting some muscles, and then he's just on the go, boy.
That's crazy. When I definitely noticed Saka was getting worse and worse after Dubai. Just the cramps he was getting in his legs, and just
Well, Warren hit it. I mean, you training in warm weather, and then as soon as you come back, you know ice cold frigid temperatures. Quite frankly, they should have just. Yeah, I mean, they should have just went somewhere else and trained. For me, because I don't know if y'all can remember it, but I was raising hell. I was like, why are they going on a trip to Dubai? They need to be going to the gulag somewhere to get roughed up, get ready for the battle. They need to be going somewhere to get hardened. For what was coming, and instead they're going to a resort. Talking about they need downtime to relax. No, they need to be going. They need to be going to the swamps, the marsh. They'd be, if they're talking about going somewhere where it was warm, then go down to Vietnam somewhere, and get Cambodia, go over there and get tested. Mosquito.
They should also try the Alps in Austria.
I just think that a lot of times these players are coddled, and when it's time for them to perform in the hardest of the hardest situations, that's when they tend to become frail. So I mean, we got through January, February, and then I want to say I think the was it West Ham there? I can't remember if it was West Ham. One of them. One of them. Yeah, West Ham popped up, and he went right back to his old ways, and that's kind of when I knew. I said, "Yep, not winning the season this year. I just don't. And that's been my gripe with this manager since day one, gentlemen. I just don't think the manager has the know-how to navigate the team in critical situations and games. He started throwing away the cups, and then before you knew it, I saw it coming. He put all his eggs in the Champions League basket, and it was Champions League, Premier League, a bust, and he threw everything else away. And then we started losing games. And once we started losing league games, he didn't know what to do. Abs, what's your thought on how we started the second season and how things started to unfold there? Second half of the season, excuse me.
Yeah, so we done the warm weather trip. Everyone got their whatever meat or whatever. We went into the Crystal Palace game, confident at home, 5-0 victory. After that, we were just peppering teams. Remember beating West Ham 6-0. Burnley got 5. So many teams got peppered. For me, and I'm always going to remember this, I think what happened is we played the Porto game and we got through. And then I think after that came the international break. And I'm always going to say this, during the international break, if we hadn't had that international break and went into the Man City game, I think we would have went into the Man City game with a more ruthless attitude. But during that 2-week break, Arteta had time to think, City are catching us up. City aren't losing games. Maybe I need to be a bit more pragmatic when we go to the Etihad, rather than, we just won against Porto, everyone's confident, but that 2-week break, something happens, and this is the difference between a rookie manager and, a seasoned veteran. Because Pep, if we change managers for a second, and if Pep was coming off an international break and he has to play Arsenal, he was looking to attack. And if you saw the game, if you watched that game, you saw that from the off, they were attacking. We defended well that game. I'll give that to the boys, but I think the emphasis was more on us to win that game, because, and I'm not saying the season. I'm not saying that the season was won and lost there, but something changed, in that 2-week break to give me doubt. Obviously, everyone knows against the Villa game as well, where Arteta done something unimaginable, unthinkable, by putting Havertz in midfield and bringing in Jesus. So clearly, and Matty, you've coached as well, and I've coached as well. You do have your favourites. You do have players that that will come in and do a job for you. But based on Jesus's recent form, I don't think he was in the right mind, the right physicality, to go into a game as big as the Aston Villa game. The Aston Villa game, for me, was bigger than the Man City game. Villa are a very difficult team to beat this season. We already beat Man City this season, but Villa, for me, were the team that we needed to get some revenge, because they beat us at their ground 1-0. We couldn't get a goal against them. So back at the Emirates, let's do something. And I felt that was the game. That was the game where it all ended for us. But the City game changed what I felt was a good run from the manager. That 2-week period, international break, where he started to think. And it's like Walcott. and I'll just finish off here. You know, like Walcott, there's certain players that you give them time to think, and they got no composure, but you've got that, you've got players that, what, they're just instinct, they're just shoot and score goals, without thinking, that's how the manager comes across to them, give him too much time, and then, he'd just think of some craziness and, some warped up thing to do. But that's just my opinion.
Matt, you're on mute.
Yeah, I just caught myself. Stack, I'm gonna come. I guess you heard me call your name because you said something.
Of course, the static.
Yeah, I'm gonna coming your way, line tech. Then we're gonna go Warren, and then we're gonna move to the next topic. Static, what's your thoughts on the how we started the second half of this season?
We actually did quite well, but and you could say we recovered from that period where we went to one win in 5, 6, 7 games. So, but we still, unfortunately, did drop a couple of points here and there. Yeah, like you said, we were fantastic. I thought we were just fantastic, but I could see it was very similar to 12 months ago. But obviously, we're a lot better 12 months later, right now. But yeah, just for a while we were doing well, and then we started to, like, as what Ab said, as soon as the international break came, just something changed. Arteta started to go back to his old ways of playing players in the wrong position. Yeah, and just obviously, after we dropped points to Man City and Aston Villa, after that, we started to go on a winning run again. I felt like some of the pressure was taken off after the defeat to Aston Villa at home. But yeah, I was still not happy that in games he still kept playing Havertz in midfield, not starting Trossard consistently every week. It was just a mess. But the game against, I think, to be honest, I was watching that game when we played Man City away very closely because, yeah, just in my heart, that was a game we had to win. We had to win that game. And I know everyone, look, I said this, everyone said this, and I agree. Look, defensively, we were outstanding, but offensively, we were so poor because Man City, they were there for the taking. They were horrendous themselves, let's be honest. But that game, at the end of the game, I was shouting and screaming in frustration, like, how did we not beat these guys? Because they were there for the taking. And yeah, we had a couple of chances ourselves, but it was very limited. But even so, that was a waste opportunity. And of course, oh my God, the nightmare at home against Aston Villa when we should have lost that game 4-0. The amount of chances they had in the second half, they totally destroyed us. I don't know how we didn't lose that game 4-0. It was just embarrassing. Yeah, but look, I know, again, we did recover and we did pick up the wins, but I felt some of that pressure was off after. I think mentally and psychologically, the players knew that deep down the league title was over, but they managed to pick themselves up and go again and just push all the way. But I thought, even my hand on my heart, that when we lost to Aston Villa, that was the league title done. So I thought our season was over as well. So because we've always seen this before. Like Man City the last 10 games of the season, and they've done it for 4 consecutive years. They keep winning. They never stop winning. So, and that's where you just cannot afford to drop any points whatsoever, no matter how good you are. Even if you've had a better season than last season, no excuses. You've got to keep winning. But
Yep.
Typical Arsenal.
All right.
There's a knock on the door. That better not be Arteta.
That's Warren going to tell him you got to go. Line Tech, what was your thoughts there on the second half of the season there before we go to Warren? Callum will bring you in after Warren. All right.
Yeah, for second half of the season, I thought that we started very well. After coming back from Dubai, we were literally we're just getting fed the meat, man.
That's
Getting
daddy.
fed the meat.
That's daddy troubles. There.
One set.
Go ahead and take care of daughter. Warren, we'll come to you. Warren. What's your thoughts on the second half of the season, brother?
Well, I didn't really get hyped up by it all, which probably doesn't surprise a lot of people. But I didn't, because the teams that we were putting 5s and 6s past were the likes of Burnley, the likes of West Ham, who were on a wretched run of form. Teams in the bottom half of the table. I think West Ham were the highest placed side, which we absolutely pumped. The rest of them were like, in and around the relegation area. So I would have expected us to,
Sheffield
especially
United.
given the amount of money that we spent in the transfer market. So I didn't really get hyped up by it. And I just agree with everything everyone else said about that game against Aston Villa. You could have predicted that was going to happen. He's had trouble. This manager has had trouble with Unai Emery since he's been here. He knocked us out of the Europa League. We were lucky to beat them when he came back to England after he got sacked by us that season at Villa Park, when the ball got smacked against the crossbar, come down, hit their goalkeeper on the back of the head and went in. I mean, it was farcical, So, yeah, I mean, the game against Man City at the Etihad, the problem is when you go and try and play a game of football, if you want to score a goal, at some point you've got to attack. And I really can't remember us having that many chances in that game. I think we only had about 2, something like that.
Yep.
I remember as well the game at Newcastle. I think it was maybe this season or maybe the year before, where we lost 1-0. And
this season,
I remember listening to David Dean talking on Talk Sport about Arteta's behaviour at that game. And he said, "Oh yeah, I know. He was frustrated because he felt that the officials were against us and things didn't go our way." He said, "But I thought it was a bit of a diversion because in about 100 odd minutes of football, we didn't have one shot on target in the whole game." So I mean, this isn't an unusual thing with him. He does tend to sort of choke when the pressure gets applied. He doesn't seem to be able to handle it. When we go into big games, he has got a tendency to sort of revert to type and just sort of make sure we don't get beat. Which some games, if you're playing a 2-leg match in Europe or something, I can see the point of it. But if you're going into a Premier League game trying to do that, at some point it's going to come unstuck. And that was sort of basically my thoughts about the second half of that season. I just thought it was it's a bit of a false dawn and people getting overhyped by results which weren't as fantastic as what a lot of people thought they were, to be quite frank.
Let me ask this question here to brother Kyle. Kyle, you're coming in here. We're talking about the second half of the season. Where did it all fall apart for you? Because everybody has their different games here. Everybody looks at it differently. I know. For me, it was part of the first half of the season, and then a combination of the two. What about it for you, Kyle? What was it this year for you?
Get ready for the explosion.
First of all, Matt, thanks for having me on your show. It's
Absolutely.
always a pleasure, man. And big up to the panel and the chat. I'd like to just say, Matt, where all went wrong for me is we knew that Manchester City are animals with an animal of a manager who doesn't take failure. And I watched the documentary on Netflix. I don't know if any of you saw the documentary, The Treble. And they got beaten in the game. And Pep went into the dressing room. And what he didn't say to those players, and that he does not accept failure. And he looked at every one of them in the eye. So Arteta should know this, what Pep is like and what Man City is like. So what do? We let Fulham, 10-man Fulham back in the game. And be 2-1 up with 3 minutes to go. Now, when that result happened, that's when I said, we haven't got the balls to go on and win the season. And if you remember me, Matt, I said to yourself and others, we are winning nothing this season. I said that. And then we go on into the second half of the season, and like Warren says, we were beating teams 4-5-6-0, nobody's. Then we come with 6 games to go, we have an opportunity to win the Premier League title. We have to beat Aston Villa in the Emirates Stadium. We know our jobs. And what did we do? Bottled it. And all I'm listening to since the season ended is that we didn't bottle it. We kind of fucked it up a bit. But let me rephrase that for you. We bottled it. That's what we done. That's what Arteta done.
But the bottle, yeah.
So here we go again. We're on a roundabout. We keep on this roundabout, and we're going to be on this roundabout again next season. So it all fell apart before the second half of the season for me. We're throwing FA Cups in the bin. We're throwing Carling Cups in the bin. And what do we do with the Champions League? We get beaten by Bayern Munich all over again, which happened to us 7 and 8 years ago with, under Arsene Wenger. What's the difference? There is no difference. We are winning nothing under this manager. So, here we go again. Now, we're 4-5-6-0 up beating these teams. I think at one point, with 4 or 5 games left, I think we were 15, 16, 17 goals ahead of Man City. Final day of the season. Man City is getting all those goals back. Can you imagine that? Matt, it doesn't make sense, man. So here we are, once again, left with sweet FA. I'm not surprised by it, though, Matt. That's the problem. I'm not surprised. And I'm here tonight, and I'm saying here tonight, I'm listening to this Sissesco fella being linked
Hold on, Kyle. Just hold tight. We're coming to him. Just hold tight.
That's all right, man.
We're coming to him.
It's coming.
We're gonna have a good time with that one. You just hold tight, bro.
Well, I'm gonna say this here, brother. To sum it all up to you. We hadn't the balls to win the league once again. And some of our top players that are overhyped didn't perform.
Fact.
Where was he?
Fact.
Where was Martinelli? Jesus. Odegaard, when it mattered. Where was our captain when it really mattered? Nowhere. I'm sick of it. Ray and goal.
Yeah.
Not good enough. Sick of it, Shevchenko. Left back. Then we're relying on the Kia War. And then when the 2 of them are not fit, we're relying on Tomiyasu. And between the 3 of those players, they would have made 1 left back. I'm sick of it.
True.
God, you crazy. It's good to have you back, bro. It is so good to have you back, man. I have missed you. You and Warren, I have missed y'all too, man. It's so good to have y'all back.
I'm back with a bang, and I'm not making any excuses. And I'm telling facts.
You got Volcano and Warren the Earthquake.
Yeah, it's so good.
Double trouble.
Man. It's so good to have you too, man. Lion Tech, for you, brother, what did it all go wrong, bro? Where did it all go wrong?
Yeah, sorry, as I was saying before, like we started off from going to Dubai, and the manager was getting fed meat like he was some sort of freak or something, bruv. I don't know what was going on there, bruv, but he was moving mad, bro. But ever since then, like, we were going into games just slapping teams up. Like what Carl said, like, we were racking up the goal difference, like 5-0, 6-0, 5-0, 6-0, literally every week. You know what I mean? And then it came to that international break where we were about to face City, and then like we just chose to park the bus, bruv. And I felt like City were literally there for the taking, because I thought at that time City were literally on their knees and they were waiting to be beaten. But we just wasn't brave enough. In fact, I'd say the manager wasn't brave enough to take the game to them, because what he did wrong in that game was that we didn't have an outlet in that game, in the sense that we didn't have no pace up front. When we started that game, we played Jesus. Out of all the players you could play on the left, he played Jesus, and like we could not get out of our half in most of the game. But whenever we did, we had the chances to bury them, and we did not do it. You know what I mean? And that was the game, like what Bant said, like sort of changed the mentality, in the sense that, like, I thought, you know what, this is gonna be difficult to win this league now, bruv. And then the Aston Villa game, man, that I can't lie, that sent me over the edge. I can't even lie, because I literally said it, yeah. The show before that game, I literally said, yeah, this manager better not tinker with the team. Literally before this game, I literally said he better not do it, because I have a bad feeling he's gonna do it. And then when I saw the team lineup, I was like, no, my God. I was thinking, yeah, this is gonna go all wrong, but I just had a feeling.
Tex,
And then
let me ask you a question right quick. Tell me on top of that.
Yeah.
Did that game not feel, when you look at it, does that game, and this is gonna hit home when I say this, does that game not feel like when we played Newcastle that year, we need to win to get to fourth place? We knew what we had to do, and it was
Yeah.
more like it was more of the exact same philosophy that the manager had.
Yeah, yeah. Literally, it gave me like vibes of that game for real. And like last season when we had to face Brighton at home, it was similar. Like these kind of games where we had to win and then we end up losing, bruv. But that Aston Villa game, bruv, I can't lie, man. Honestly, I could not believe what I was watching, bro. Because in the first half, yeah, we created so many chances to kill the game off. But in the second half, we should have got slapped about 4 or 5-0. Like they hit the post, the bar, Ollie Watkins missed sitters, and then they killed us off in the last 10 minutes of the game, bruv. Like we were literally on our knees. And then the fact that the manager made the changes, like taking off Odegaard at the time, he was probably our best player on that game, but he took him off, put on Smith Rowe, put on Jorginho. Jorginho gives away the ball for the second goal, which was a joke. No, I mean, I knew from then, I literally said it after that game, the title's done. I knew from then. And all it was just like trying to keep up with City, doing the hope strategy and hoping and praying that City slip up. But they were never going to slip up, bro, because whenever they get to this part of the season, bro, they know what they have to do, bro, and they're not going to slip up. You know what I mean? And then you got like the Tottenham game. Like, oh, honestly, I've never seen anything like it in my life, bro. Yeah. Like, I see the Arsenal fans twerking for Tottenham. Like, that was just embarrassing, bro. Like that video that you played, Matty, like that fan outside the ground, man, that just killed it for me. I can't lie, because I was just like, they proper set him up for that one, man. I'm surprised he didn't get rushed, bro. I can't lie. I'm surprised no one spotted him and rushed him, bro. Because they literally set him up for that, man. It was embarrassing, bro. And that was just the beginning of the end, bro. I just knew the title was gone. From that Aston Villa game, I just knew it was gone, man. And even though we won the rest of our games, like winning at Old Trafford, that was another performance where I thought we were absolutely awful, bruv. Against one of the worst Man United teams we've seen, yeah. But they were bopping us off the park. You know what I mean? Like,
don't forget to include the Everton game in there. Because people
And I was going to get onto that as well. The Everton game, that was shambolic. And we were lucky to even win that game in the end, bro, because we were struggling. And let's not forget, we was losing that game, when City were already ahead, like 2-1 up, we was already losing that game. And then we had to claw it from the death. And all them fans would have celebrated like we won the title. The title was done already, bro. It was done. Like, there was nothing to celebrate. It was madness, bro.
It
was mad.
Lontech said something there, and he's spot on. And people forget this about this season gone. He said about it's the worst Man United team he's ever seen. Matt, this season, there was a lot of rubbish teams in that Premier League season.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why we came second. And that's why I think... Sorry?
That's why it's been like that the last 2 years. I don't think people realize that.
Absolutely. The teams have been brutal in us. And I think that this season, Matt, I can see Man United improving. Liverpool, Man City will definitely improve. Chelsea will improve. And I'm telling you here tonight, and I'm after saying on a few shows, forget second place for Arsenal next season. Ain't happening. We're not even going to compete with Man City next season. We'll be lucky to finish in the top 4. I mean 4th or 3rd. Forget it. Not happening. We will finish about, I'm predicting 12 points behind Man City next season.
Now Kyle just joined. I said in the first hour, I said 4th or 5th.
Yeah.
It's hard for a team to do second, and then win. In order to do that, you would have to set. All right, the best example I can give you. I'll give you a good example. Me and Warren was talking before we started the show. Warren asked me about the teams over in the NFL. How's the Kroenke's team in the NFL? I said, well, the Rams were always kind of like us. They would get there. They could never get over the line. The only way they did it was they went out and bought everything they needed to get over the line. And that's the only way that Arsenal, for me, will be able to compete next year. If they bought every single thing, fixed everything, got rid of the manager, and then brought in somebody who you knew for a fact that meant business that could get them over the line. And it's just not going to happen. So based off of me knowing that, I can just look at next season and go, nah, we're probably not going to do well next year. And like I said on Jez's channel, I'm waiting. In 2 weeks, we'll have the schedule in our hands. We're going to have to schedule in 2 weeks, and we'll be able to look at them first 15 fixtures. Them first 15 fixtures is going to tell you a lot. Combined with the harder Champions League, cup draws, and all this other stuff going on, I don't think we're going to be able to manage the seasons that we've done the way that we've done it the last few years. Like I told you, this year we got off the hook with the injuries. And then you've got players that are playing year round. I mean, literally, these players are going to be playing a year long. Declan Rice, he's already over. He's at camp. Saka already at camp. Well, Jesus is going under the knife, so we're not worried about him. And even if he did go to the Copa America, they bully him around in the Copa America, so it wouldn't even matter. But Martinelli's going to be there. Gabriel's going to be there. Saliba's going to be playing for France. All of our players are going to be putting in the shift over the summer. They're only going to get about a week and a half off, 2 weeks off. And I don't want to hear this stuff. Do people realize that in order to even compete with Man City, you cannot drop 9 points? Mathematically, you cannot drop 9 points. I'd say 9 to 12 points. You can't do it. If you do it, you can just about hang it up. And guess what? If these players are not ready for the first game this season, the first 4 games, if you're hearing about players got to come back from break and all of this stuff, then you already know what time it is. You already know. Warren, you trying to get in, Warren?
No, I was just going to say, Matt, let's not forget as well that this season has been Man City's worst season in recent history.
Right.
They've been getting 91, 92, 97, 98 points in recent
89.
times. Liverpool finished second to them having got 97 points. 97!
Yeah.
And they still didn't win. This guy, this Pep fella, I'm telling you, he is elite. He's not going to accept what happened this season. He will see that as a failure. I'm telling you.
You saw it in his face last. You saw it in his face.
Yeah.
Get reinforcements, and they'll be back bigger and badder than what they were before.
You know, you look at the game this past Saturday when they lost to when they lost to United. And I told Lee this. We had a conversation there about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I told Lee, I said, Lee, Pep knows that he had to get all of the juice out of this orange. He knows he had to get the juice out of the orange. He doesn't want to find himself in that situation next year because he's going to want to go to that bench and he's going to want to have a like-for-like substitution for every single player on that pitch. So what you saw Saturday against United, that won't happen again next season because they're going to go to the bench this year and they're going to have quality. They're going to be like when Gundogan and all them was there, they're going to have be able to go right back to that bench and it's going to be equal coming off the bench. And then from there, you're going to really see the authority get thrown down, which this is a perfect transition to and we're gonna go right into this. This week, the rumblings were on Tuesday, Wednesday that Mikel Arteta will be offered a new deal. They're saying 20 million pounds, dollars, euros, whatever you want to call it. He getting 20 million of it, and he will have it for 3 years. This week, he got his little golden ball that he's been parading around all over Europe in the shower, in the car, wherever he's been at. He's been parading it. He got his little medal last week, and he's been parading that. And everybody's going up in arms. They're saying he's the next big thing. He's the next big manager. He's going to take Arsenal to people online. I love my manager. This is my manager. This is this and that. We got him in the chat tonight. They soak it in, take it. And guess what? You're going to find out next year that it's going to be more of the same. If it was up to me, he would have been fired at the last day of the season. I don't give a damn about him finishing in second place. This is Arsenal Football Club. My expectations are to win a trophy, something that needs to be polished at the end of the season. And no, I don't count the community dinner plate as a trophy. It is not the Super Cup. It is not that. The Super Cup ended. Warren, if I'm correct, in my footballing history, the last time there was a Super Cup was in 1985. I think it was 85 or 86, something along that line. That was the last time a Super Cup was even mentioned. We have not won a Super Cup. That was a charity shield for a game that we fluked into that this year we're not fluking into because Man United won. So Man United will be playing for the charity shield, and we'll be playing for the American Champion Cup down in Florida, wherever they're playing at this year over here. Warren, what's your thoughts on this manager getting his new deal? And then Static, you'll be right behind him.
Mate, I think it's disgusting. I mean, what has he done to justify it? Seriously, I mean, earlier today, I don't know if it was when we started the stream or before, I was watching a video on YouTube, right, back in the day, 1990, I think it was, George Graham talking about his greatest all-time Arsenal 11, right? I saw a manager with a suit and tie, talking with authority, looking the part, and then he's talking about all these players from our great clubs past. We had Alex James, you had Ted Drake, you had Liam Brady, you had David O'Leary, you had all these absolute legends of this club. You had David Rocastle, just absolutely fantastic footballers. There is not one of those players that are wearing that shirt now would even get into reserve team amongst that lot. They wouldn't. It's just an absolute joke. And people are going, oh, yeah, he's the greatest manager in world football. It's just a shambles. People backing this nonsense. It's ridiculous. These people need to cop themselves on. And I've said to you before, Matt, I think these fans, they're suffering from some form of mass delusional disorder or something, because they go in that stadium and they get hyped up. It's like a big group thing where they all get hyped up together. One starts another one off, and the other one starts the others off. And before you know where you are, they're all really, really hyped up, and they're all believing all this hype and bullshit that, yeah, exactly. Exactly. That is it in a nutshell. And it's an absolute shambles. This manager, he's not the guy, mate. And I just don't understand why, if this ownership is serious about wanting to win trophies, and I don't think it is. I really don't. Specifically because of what he said when he first bought the club. He said, I'm not buying this club to win trophies. And since he's been here, we haven't. So I'm not surprised. I don't really understand why people are surprised that we haven't won. Because he's put someone in place as a manager who had no track record. We had the opportunity to go and recruit probably the greatest manager in recent history, and we turned him down for a fella who's got nothing on his CV. In what world does that make sense? It's absolute madness of the highest order. And then you got, now he is appointed, and his man management skills have been proven to be absolutely shocking. He's tactically inept, in my opinion. And like every aspect of the job, he's failed at. Season in, season out, since he's been here. He honestly, that is why I think there's something else going on, why he's still in post. And I think it's because they think they can control him, and he's not going to kick a stink. If we had a proper manager, and what I think is actually correct and true, no other manager who's got experience or knowledge of what's needed to win would work under that sort of regime. And I think that's why he's in a job. I really do. Because this doesn't make any sense. Matty, let me ask you a question. If you're the company that you work for doing your job, right? If they suddenly promoted you to like the chief exec of the organization, I don't know, maybe you are the chief exec, but let's say you were, would you go and employ someone who had absolutely zero experience of doing the job to work in your company?
We have a term. I have a term here. When somebody does something like that, it's called career assassination. That means you are putting your job on the line. Why would you do that? And Warren, you're spot on with that, because when we first got the manager, anybody that's followed me knows I'm day one. I've been saying this. He does not have the experience to be the manager. When you look at all of these managers that are getting hired in the last couple of weeks, what do all these managers have, regardless of their success wherever they've been at? What do they have? Experience. They have experience. Some of them in winning. This manager came to us with literally no experience. He had only played for the football club. And I say this all the time, Warren. I say, why was Everton not screaming for him? They needed a manager. Why was Everton not screaming for him? Rangers, PSG, none of these teams were screaming for him. Oh, Arsenal. Arsenal is the best fit for him. He wasn't even that good when he was here. Mm-hmm. Let's not forget he was on the pitch when we got kicked in the teeth by Liverpool, Chelsea, them United losses. He was the captain. Mm-hmm. Let's not forget this now. I have a long memory. Let's not forget this. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he was a nearly man when he played. Nearly got put out of. We nearly lost the FA Cup to Hull with him in the team. Nearly. So let's not forget. Let's not forget about this manager. And and basically it just how inept he is at times. And let's Warren, I want to say this. This is what I was thinking about when you were talking. Is that let's not forget about his behavior with these players that was in the team when he came.
Yeah, so that's true. Because again, that is another area of concern. Because Kyle and I, last week, wasn't it, Kyle? We did that show about the standards of the football club and the way that the club used to do things.
Last week, for be honest, and every Arsenal fan should watch it. And I'm not just saying that because I was part of it, but every Arsenal fan should watch it.
Because we had this thing called the Arsenal way, and back in 1989, the year we went to Anfield and won 2-0 to win the league, the players ran out onto the pitch and took out flowers for the Liverpool fans. The reason they did that was because of the Hillsborough disaster, and the game had got postponed from earlier in the season because it was right close to when that disaster happened and 96 people got unlawfully killed at the FA Cup semi-final. And the chairman of the club at the time took a cheque for what was a large sum of money then to Liverpool to give to the Hillsborough Disaster Fund. And, you got that, and you've got players being brought up and in the club, like David Rocastle, and the way he played the game and the way he conducted himself, and managers going out onto the touchline wearing suits and stuff like that. And then you've got this joker who thinks he's a fashion model, and he thinks it's acceptable to lie to an FA commission about what he said with regards to this disgracia thing, which anyone who knows the Spanish language will know that is what disgracia means. It means disgrace. And he was trying to make out it meant something completely different. And those clowns on the FA hearing accepted it. I just find it baffling that he was allowed to get away with that. I really do. I mean, for me, he should have suffered a long ban on off the touchline for that behaviour. And then there's all this business running up and down the touchline. I mean, I haven't got so much of an issue with that. But what I do have an issue is with players running around with cameras, and it's just like the whole thing, and like celebrating victories like you've just won the Champions League, and treating players like dirt. Like Kieran Tierney, his best friend died, and he just isolated him out of the club. I think it's disgusting. William Saliba, both his parents died, and he sent him off on loan somewhere to somewhere where he didn't know anyone. I think it's shocking. It's absolutely disgraceful. That would never, ever happened when we had Peter Hillwood as chairman and all the rest of it. It just wouldn't. It wouldn't have been allowed to happen. David Dean would have. He actually heard David Dean on TalkSport, and he was saying about how we'd have had to have taken Arteta into a side room and told him to dial it down. Mate, it's absolutely shocking. And Carl's right. I'm not just saying it because it was on my channel, but go and watch that show that we did together. And we go through it all. We show video clips. So it's just not me and Kyle saying these things and making it up. It's facts. It's there for everyone to see. These things actually happened. So, mate, his behaviour is an absolute disgrace. The way he treats people, he's tactical, the way he sets teams up and all the rest of it. We should have won far more with the amount of money that's been spent. And like I said earlier, I reckon at least 85 to 90% of that money that he spent, £700 million, has been wasted because we haven't got one world-class player. How can you spend £700 million and not have one world-class player? It's shocking. It really is. But
Warren,
sorry,
if,
mate, I've gone on way too
no,
long,
you
buddy.
good, brother.
Sorry.
You good, brother. Hey, it's been a while. It's been a while. That's been festering. Like I said, you back, Warren. You back. So I expect you to be a little hot. But let me throw this out there to back that up. If you would have heard $700 million, now we've all been supporting Arsenal for years, and I said this before. Could you imagine if Arsene Wenger got the backing of $700 million? The player that we could have bought with $700 million. I mean, this manager can't even get over the line, and this is why I'm so hard on him. $700 million, and you don't have not one Carabao Cup. That's the easiest one to get. That's the easiest cup to go after. They can't, because most teams don't take it serious. So you can build a strong team and go right on through the. You should be able to go right through the cup if the team is what the team, $700 million issue reflects it, But this man, his arrogancy, the arrogance of this manager, and you left off one, Warren. You left off one. Emma Smith Rowe.
Yeah, no, I know.
Emma Smith Rowe. He is the sole reason why this manager has a job today.
Yeah, he saved his job. He did.
Saved him. He saved him. And look at him now. A cast off. Me and Warren, we've had this discussion before. The manager, he uses players to get what he can, and once he's done with you, he's done with you. That's narcissistic behavior. Gets everything out of you and then just chucks you to the side. Look at these players. All that hype he put on Eddie Nketiah. Re-signed him up. Reece Nelson. Reece Nelson could have left. Reece Nelson wanted to leave. What did he do? Talked him in the stand. Well, how much did he play him? Maybe 3 games this year. This manager, Static, he just doesn't know how to do it. So, Static, new deal on the table for Mr. Arteta. What are your thoughts, brother?
It is by far the biggest mistake of ever made by Arsenal Football Club in a very, very long time. I mean, you're rewarding failure. Why? You never learn, Arsenal Football Club. You never, ever learn. I say he's tactically inept. I think I already said that already, but it's true. He's taken Arsenal as far as he possibly can, but he's not the guy that's going to get you over the line when it really matters to win those trophies. So, yeah, it's a horrendous mistake. I just can't believe this football club. But everyone, the majority of the fan base are sucked in by the PR, and they're just, because they don't take responsibility and accountability, they're happy to go along with this circus and just like, yeah, we're just giving you a deal. But yeah, it's a big, big mistake. And I want to share you guys messages I've just had in the last 24 hours with a couple of friends. And you guys are more than welcome to have your say about this. So if that's okay, Matt and panel.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine.
Yeah, and it is about Arteta. So big love and respect to my friend. If he's watching. So, but like I said, respectfully, I disagree with him. Okay, he said to me. Okay, he said, people need to understand how modern football works nowadays. Trophies are coming. Arteta's clearly taking us in the right direction and competing again. Getting rid of him, we would have to start all over again and go back to where the likes of Chelsea and Manchester United are. Why on earth would you change it now? Please understand how football works and not live in the past where people think it's easy to change a manager to guarantee success. Those days are gone. You sack him when things get worse, not better. I then responded to him by saying, bro, you didn't answer my question before. So I said, you didn't answer my question, by the way. How long are you prepared to give Arteta before he has to go? 1 more year, 3 more years, 5 more years? Let me know. He then responded by saying, it's not about how long unless we go backwards. The trophies will come, and I'm convinced he's the man to do it. I'm not listening or wasting any time with silly idiots like me, you guys, etc., who don't understand anything about football and how a football club works. And I respond by just saying, hey, I respect everything you said, but I respectfully disagree. I think of the present and future of Arsenal, not just the past. Arsenal comes first before everything else. We move forward, bro.
Abs, I'm gonna let you speak on both that and the manager in this deal, brother.
Do you know when I thought he was getting a deal? I thought he was getting like probably like 10 million, but when he said 20 million, I was like, wow. So he's going to be kind of like on the same level as Pep now, so to speak. I just have to laugh, you know, because I'm numb to it now.
Let me add this in there. Let me put this little sweetener in the pot with you.
Yeah.
What do they do with these deals? Look at Eddie Nketiah, $100,000, $100,000 pay. Look at the deals how they do the player. So it's naturally that they would do the same thing with the gaffer. We'll just throw him some silly money as well.
Yeah.
You know, the funny thing is as well, yeah, and I mentioned this. I mentioned this on my stream that all of this is just going to just mount to bigger pressure. So in a way, we're kind of winning because if he, let's just say we go into the new season and we have like a really bad run of form, you know, first 10 games, we lose 4 or 5 games, you know, players are dejected, you know, no one's really, you know, we're not winning nothing, you know, then the fans are going to turn on him, you know, and maybe he won't go, maybe he will, but at some point, you know, the fan base will question, you know, is this manager the right manager? Because all I'm hearing from, you know, the top gooners and some cool guys is that, you know, next year is our year. Well, this year wasn't supposed to be our year, but we ended up second. So isn't it supposed to be the reverse of next year supposed to be our year, but we're not going to get there. We're not going to get over the line because we're expecting to get over the line. Yeah. So that's just heaps so much pressure. And with these players, we all know what pressure's like when it comes to Arteta's boys. We all know what their mentality is like, you know, fragile. You know, they can barely be 1-2 points in front of Man United before they start shitting their loads. So, in a way, I'm laughing because no, I'm not saying I don't want my team to be successful, but with all this new money coming in and Arteta's getting a brand new deal and this and that and stuff like that, the pressure is going to be more on him to perform. And if he doesn't bring anything next season, will he be rewarded? You know, will it be just a case of, oh, just come to top 4? That's all right, another season. We haven't going to have the top goonies saying, oh, another season. You know, next season, maybe the season after, maybe the season after that. You know, how long is this going to continue for? And to answer Static's friends, you know, that was
messages
giving it Mr. Positive, you know, because everyone has to be positive, you know. No, you know, the thing is, the brain has been designed for critical thinking. Yes, you have positive thoughts and all that jazz and all that, but you also have, you know, that thought process, that critical thinking. You know, that's why you have things like AI coming in that will never be able to have that critical thinking. That's what humans possess. Yeah, if we can't see this team and be critical, you know, as to success and what that means to us, then what can we be? Should we just be sheep? Should we just sit here and just be positive? Oh, we're going to win. We're going to do this. And if we don't win, then I'm positive anyway. Is that how we as fans have to be now? Yeah. I just, it's getting beyond the point where I'm numb. I laugh. I'm going to start laughing now. Next season, I'm going to start laughing. All those feelings I had last season against the Villa game, the Man City game, the West Ham game, yeah, anger. I don't think I'm going to have that anger because I already know in my heart, yeah, that this manager's not good enough. And I know that I've got 5 other guys here that share the same feelings and, you know, understanding that I have. I don't care about all these other positive fans. Yeah, I care about the real winners, the real fans. These guys are the real fans. Yeah, because they want the best for their club. They want the best for their club. Yeah, you know, you guys. Yeah, I'm sure when you was in school, in your college, or wherever you was playing football, you wanted to win. I know we've got a few sore losers on this panel because I'm one. I don't like losing.
Yeah, same.
I do not like
Same.
losing. Yeah. And some of us are bred like that. Some of us are bred like that. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say for now.
I'll admit it. I've been involved in a few of my over 40 bust ups on Sunday afternoon. I'll admit it. Oh man,
But-
Kyle, your thoughts, brother?
Go for it.
First of all, why did Arsenal Football Club give the job to a man with no experience as manager? Like, people are talking about company going to Bayern Munich from Burnley. But the thing is that they're having experience as a manager. Like, Arteta's had no management experience. He was given the management role to take over the 3rd biggest club in English football, one of the biggest football clubs in the world. And this man walks in through the door as manager. It doesn't make sense. What does he do? He wins an FA Cup with Emery's squad. Finishes 8th the following season, wins no cup. Finishes 8th again, no cup. 5th, no cup. 2nd, no cup. 2nd, no cup. And what do we do? Give him a contract. Rewarding failure. I put up a video on my channel last night. Now you're getting rewards for failure. He won the Manager of the Year award.
For failure.
For failure.
And that was a fake award
joke.
ceremony too.
It's
Whatever it was
disgusting
called.
what's going on.
That was a joke.
We are going
Thanks.
nowhere under this manager. And
Hey,
lads are right in there. I saw someone writing in on the chat. Everyone wants to type their opinion. Man disagrees with me. He reckons that they will compete next season. And I hope the man is right. I hope what he's saying is right. For me, I can't see us doing anything next season. I can't see us doing anything under this manager at all. By the way, this man is spending over 700 million euro on this current squad of players. 700 million euro. What have we won? Nothing. Everything beside this man's name is equals nothing. It's embarrassing. And this is a coming, and I know you said about transfers now, Matty, we'll be touching on all that. There's 12 to 13 players in the squad that needs to be gone.
That's
And
next.
I don't see any of them going out the door.
Hold on, Kyle.
It's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming.
I'm going
We'll go to that. But I'm just saying, as a manager, Matty, this man, I just don't understand the PR around this man.
It's something special.
The protection is unbelievable.
Look, I'll tell you. I'll say this: as an American citizen, the United States president doesn't get the same kind of protection that this man gets for Arsenal Football Club. I've never seen anything like that, like I've seen out of this in my life. If you say one word, they will have you drawn and quartered. If you say anything about this manager, they will go medieval on you when it comes to this manager. He is above reproach.
Right.
Anything that you say about him is it's the craziest thing I've ever seen. I've never seen anything. And as the brother stated in the chat earlier, I said this on the 6-hour emergency stream. This is a cult. This is Warren to know. This is David Koresh. This is Jim Jones type stuff that I'm seeing with this manager.
Charlie Manson, that's all it is.
Yeah. For my old head, yeah, you know history, yeah. Line text.
But Matty, I'll tell you what he is, though. You said it earlier, and you're right. He's a narcissist of the highest order.
Yeah.
That's what he is.
You know, me and you both worked in social services. You know, that's what I don't just throw out a narcissist unless we don't throw that word around unless you know what it is. He has all of the textbook symptoms of a narcissist, a full-blooded narcissist. You look at that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Boys, go ahead, Stat.
Yeah, sorry, man. I just want to quickly say the message I was sharing you guys from my good friend. That's this typical generic messages, comments I've seen in the last several weeks, especially after the season finished. I've seen this on YouTube. I've seen this on Instagram. I've seen this on Facebook. I've seen this all over on social media platforms. Those comments about, I'm not gonna answer your question with. It's just, it's like, I asked you a straightforward question. You can't even give me an answer. It's just the comments, the messages I read to you guys. It's just, I see this all the time. It's a typical generic.
And you're going to see it instead. You're going to see it because they programmed.
Yeah.
The propaganda. That's why I used to Tony last when I say, but I call the Arsenal the PR machine is the propaganda arm. There's a propaganda arm of Arsenal. It's just like World War II. They have the
even in the Arsenal's Instagram. The amount of comments, all the same. So, but yeah, like I said, the fact that I asked him a question and you give me a straight answer, I was like, yeah. And big love and respect to Lee Gunner. He said this has happened to him. The same thing with me. This happens to everyone. They can't answer a question, it's just a straightforward question. Just give me an answer. Yes, no. Yeah, you give me another. Yeah, no. It's just, no. It's not about that. Get out of here, man.
Sorry, Maddie, just give me 5 minutes. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Yeah, by the time you get back, Kyle, we'll be getting ready for the transfer. So just get ready. Get ready. All right, line text. Your thoughts on the manager getting a new pay rise and an extension, brother? I'm gonna grab some water and listen.
To be honest, bro, I don't even know what to say anymore, man. Because it just sums up this club in a nutshell, isn't it? Just rewarding failure every single season, bro. The man failed yet again. Man's getting a pay rise, a new contract, lucrative contract as well, bro. Not even the standard little 1 year added contract or the 18-month contract. Man's getting 3 years and 20 million. 20 million for what? So they're trying to basically say, yeah, he's on the same level as Pep. With that what they're trying to tell me? He's on the same level as Pep. But Pep is on 20 million because he wins Premier League titles. He's won 4 in a row. So he deserves to be on that money. You see, with this manager, yeah, the PR for this manager is sensational. It's sensational because I don't understand, yeah, where this all comes from, bro. For someone that's had no managerial experience before this job, yeah. Like even when he came into the club, he had this PR of being like Pep's assistant. Oh, he's the missing piece. Oh, he's the one that's gonna get us over the line. Says who, bruv?
The brainchild.
So, bro, that these man, yeah, just like manipulated into like I don't know what it is, man. It's like what you lot said. They must be programmed or something, fam. Because I don't know, man. It's like Control Alt Delete. You might as well Control Alt Delete the club, bro, because that's the way the club's moving, man. Like it's just, honestly, man, I'm just tired of this, bro. I'm tired. Like I'm literally at the point where I can't even get angry no more. I'm just literally like just laughing about it because it's that pathetic. I can't even get angry. That's how bad this is. Like I just don't understand it, bro. Like I have to suffer another season with this manager, like doing stupid tactics, his narcissistic ways, like treating players differently to other players, like shoehorning his favourites into the team yet again. Like he will do this season. Mark my words, he will do it. Whoever his favourites in, he will shoehorn him somewhere down the line. It will be a big game as well. A game where you're not expecting these players to play. They will turn up, they will play, and they will cost us the game, bro. Because that's what always happens. It's a merry-go-round, fam. It's all in cycles.
It's key
Like
sweat.
the 5 stages of grief, bruv. I'm at the 5th stage right now. You know what I mean? I'm at the acceptance stage. You know what I mean? Because, bruv, like what Ian Bill says, bro, I've got nothing left, bro. Like, literally, I've got nothing left anymore, bro. I'm literally finished, bro. I can't lie, man. So right about now, the attention is on the Cronkies, bro, because you lot are the ones that made this happen. The Cronkies and them delusional fans that they called Arteta sexuals, like the ones, that literally have been brainwashed to believe the PR from this manager. Like they think he's Arsene Wenger. That's what they think. Like Arsene Wenger at his worst, is 10 million light years ahead of this manager. And that's Arsene Wenger at his worst. So why do I have to put up with this manager for another 3 seasons? And he's not achieved anything. At least Arsene Wenger, as much as I wanted him out at the time, at least he was winning FA Cups, bro. At least he was giving me something. You know what I mean? He was giving me good football at times, even with scrubby players like flipping Nicholas Bentner and all these Shamak and all of that. He was still playing good football. You know what I mean? Arsene Wenger never had 700 million to spend. I think his highest signing was Aubameyang before he left, and that was 60 million.
That was a pardon gift.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like he only had less than 6 months to work with Aubameyang before he left. You know what I mean? Like he didn't get all that money. If he had all that money, I could guarantee you he probably would have won a few more trophies. I'm telling you now, as bad as he was at the time, he would have won more. This manager, is trash. And people need to start realizing he is trash. He ain't winning nothing next season. So literally, I'm at the point of acceptance, bruv. Like, what else can I do, man? Like this club is just a disgrace, to be honest. And that's all I gotta say about it, bro. Because, bro, like the proof is in the pudding, bro. Like these men giving like contracts out like it's confetti, bruv. Like rewarding failure, like look at the amount of money this club wastes on trash. But yet we're expected to compete and win things. Like it just doesn't even make sense, bro. It is what it is, man. I'm done, bro.
All right. Warren. Brother Warren has to scoot out of here. Warren, it's so good to see you, brother. Like I said, I hadn't chatted with you in a while, man. So it's good to have you on the panel again, brother. Tell everybody where they can find you at, my friend.
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you very much, Matt, for having me on. I've had an absolute blast. I really have, strangely enough, because it's quite a depressing topic. But I just want to say big up to the rest of the panel and everyone in the chat. I hope you have a great rest of your days wherever you are. And yeah, so my channel is called Warren's Team Talk. You can find me on Instagram and on Facebook and on X. And I'm doing a show on Sunday. I think it's 2:00. I'm starting it. It's a recorded show that I did the other night. I think it was Wednesday. I did it with Del Boy Gunner. He's on the panel, just came in. And also with Carl Walsh. And it's the second part of this trilogy we're doing because there's another one to come after the one on Sunday. We started off looking at where we used to be. We then sort of looked at the last 20 years. And then the next one's going to be what we think we can do to rectify all the issues in the club. So it's going to be quite a emotional and upsetting journey because the first one was really, really hard work to do. Found it really emotional. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So make sure you come and watch that on Sunday. It's going to be a bit of a ordeal, I'm sure, but it's got to be said. It's really, really important. Anyway, listen, guys. Thanks.
Hey, Warren. Before you go, Warren, 0 to 10. What do you rank this year?
Sorry,
From 0 to 10. What are you ranking this season?
What, the one that's coming up?
No. This one we just had from on a scale of 0 to 10.
Probably about 2.
Gotcha. All right, Warren.
Listen, thanks ever so much.
Thank you so much, brother.
Thank you, everyone.
Cheers.
Cheers.
See you, Warren.
Take care, Warren.
Cheers.
Warren.
Bye-bye.
All right, brother. Have a good night. Del Boy. Brother, good to see you, man. Mikel Arteta on the horizon of signing a new 3-year, €20 million deal. Creme de la creme settings. What's your thoughts? I see that sign above your head, and that's what I think. I'm thinking that's what you're thinking about. Mute.
You're on mute, Del Boy. Fucking idiot. Okay.
Sorry, yeah, fucking idiot as well. Yeah, exactly. I'll start the way I'm going to end. Okay. Big up to everyone on the panel. What Warren was talking about there, me, Kyle, and Warren done a stream earlier on the week. It's going to thing on Sunday. Check it out. Just Warren Team Talks. Check that out. Anyway, I went. I was at a match tonight, just myself. And I'm building up to something here, Matt. Like, you know.
Yeah. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah. I was at a match. Came home. Was just a normal match I was going to view. And I was on the train, and I threw a comment into your channel, mate. I'll be there 20 minutes because I heard a few of you talking and absolute spitting facts. Every single one of you, I agree with every one of you. I was listening on the train. My blood was boiling. Absolute fucking boiling. And the wife, I'm 7 minutes from a platform of the train station to my house. And the wife said to me, do you want me to pick you up? And I says, no, don't pick me up. I says, I need to walk. I need 7 minutes of a walk to cool fucking down of what I'm after hearing. Like, you know, what we're talking about here. I came home, gave her a hug, gave her a kiss. And I says, go to bed, love. I says, I need to get something off my chest. And she goes, you're not. And I says, I have to. Warren was talking. She came into my bar that I'm in here. The bar is my safe space. It's a scream room, I call it. Okay, so
Sanctuary.
I can scream as loud as I can. The neighbors can't fucking hear me. Okay. She opened the door there just as Warren was leaving off. She goes, Del, don't. I'm like, sorry, love. I have to. I says, close the door. I'm locking it. Now shit's getting fucking real here. Okay? 1989. Sorry, I'll get my head out. 1989. That's when I started supporting this club. That's when you cut me open, I started bleeding it. 1989. When Mickey Thomas scored that fucking goal, I knew I was a gunner. I was a gunner, okay? Now, fuck my channel. Del Boy Gunner. Unsubscribe if you want. I don't care. I support the club. That's all I support. I'm not supporting my channel. I support the club. The fucking Arsenal Football Club. That's all I support. Okay? Mikel Arteta has done nothing to fucking win trophies to make me support my club. He's done nothing. Okay? We're all slagging Vincent Kompany. What did he do? He relegated a club. He has experience. What does Mikel Arteta have? Zero experience. Okay? So don't come to me and go, he's the best young manager in the world. I'm not in the fucking humour of it. Zero humour here. Kyle Walsh will fucking know when I'm serious. Okay? Kyle, you'll tell me. What did I do against an Ireland team when everyone was against me? I fucking stood up my fucking ground when I fucking know I'm right. Okay? I stood up when every cunt in the fucking place says you're a wanker. And who was right, Kyle? Was I right?
100%
Exactly.
right.
You also told me this, Del Boy, so I remember.
Yep. I was fucking right. This manager is getting 20 fucking million pounds to manage my fucking club. He has zero experience. He has zero fucking trophies. He was given the FA Cup. Don't give me that. If you tell me the Charity Shield, I will fucking knock you clean out. I'm not accepting the Charity Shield. That's not acceptable. Okay? I'm not fucking around here tonight. It's not acceptable. You are manager of Arsenal Football Club. Everyone in the panel here, if you cut them open, they bleed it. Every person in the fucking chat, if you cut them open, they fucking bleed this club. Because we are passionate about the club. It's not about a fucking YouTube channel. It's not about fucking getting your comment on the fucking screen. It's about you supporting the fucking club. And that's what I'm fucking talking about here. That's what I'm talking about. This man is not a manager of the club. He cannot manage this club. He spent £700 million on this fucking club. Where's the trophies? Give me a fucking trophy, please. With 700 million fucking pound, where is my trophy? There's none. Absolutely fucking none. Manchester United have probably spent, I don't know how much they spent. I don't give a fuck about their club. They lifted an FA Cup this season. They're slagging me. Del, you spent this, you spent that, you challenged this, you challenged that. We have an FA Cup. Where's your trophy, Del? Where's your fucking trophy? And for fucking arseholes to come to me and Matt and everyone on the panel, I'm sure you get it all the time. You spent this, you spent that. Arteta's the best. He's the best. 20 million a year. 20 million. This manager said to me, he said after 3 years, I'm lifting a Champions League trophy. I'm still waiting for it. And if people come to me, and this is the thing, this is the note, and I'll leave it there, Matt, okay? I'm 41 years of age, right? I've seen 91. I've seen 89. I've seen the Invincibles, 98. I've seen it all, 2002. I've seen it. And people come to me and just go, mate, are you for real? You're challenging. Challenging? Challenging? Are you for fucking real? Challenge? I'm a winner. That's what I want. That's exactly what I want. And Matt, I'm being very, very. I'm trying to be like, I'm trying to meditate here as I'm saying this. It's not acceptable. £20 million, and this guy is getting this a year, and you're telling me, Del, relax. I'm 41 years of age. I'm waiting since 2004 for this. 700 fucking million, and I'm still waiting for a trophy. Not acceptable. Not acceptable to me. And I'll leave it there, Matt. And I'm being calm here.
Oh, well, we hadn't even got the transfer talk yet. We're about to get to it right now. We're about to transition to it right now. Let me get myself sorted out here, y'all. Y'all bear with me.
boy.
Let me get it sorted out right quick. Right here. Let me pull it up on my screen. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Y'all know me. I'm a man of numbers. Love my numbers. Brethren, let me get this. There we go. There we go. So we can see it. Brothers, we have been linked. There's as they say, where there's smoke, there's fire. A lot of talk the last 48 hours about one Benjamin Sesko.
Ugh.
The internet streets are saying $50 million for this young man who plays in the Bundesliga. In 2022, in that season, he scored 18 goals. 18 goals. We're going to go to this past season, 23-24. 18 goals. 50 million euros. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Okay, well, if you don't know what I'm trying to get at, I'm going to show y'all better than I can tell you. I'm going to show you better than I can tell you. If I can pull him up. If I can pull him up, I want to get Gabby Jesus up on the screen so that I can show y'all what I'm talking about. Because I'm a man of numbers. What did we pay for Gabriel Jesus, ladies and gentlemen?
Did we
Right.
pay 55 million, wasn't it?
45 in it.
Why are we spending the same amount of money on another striker that's going to do the same exact thing?
Exactly.
Why are we doing this? Why are we going back down this road again? This is why I lose my mind with this football club, because when you was a child, your parents would say, "Don't put your hand in the fire; you're gonna get burned." And then after a while, you keep doing it. And they say, "Well, shit, I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna let him get his ass tore up." And then when you put your hand in there, oh man, you had the blisters. You get the 3rd-degree burn. You got your skin chart. We get ourselves burned every time, just doing enough to get by instead of just paying the money and buying what we need. That's the difference. People be talking about Pep and all that. The difference between us and City is City, they don't go get players that can do a job. They buy players that can get the job done. That's the difference. That's the difference when it comes to us and them. We get players that, oh man, they did, these feel-good merchants. They just want you to feel good about the signing. Just, hey man, Sesko. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, Sesko. And I say it again, Kyle. You was on the panel with me, and I'll say it again. What person was screaming over the hills for us to sign Sesko in January? Did you hear anybody say anything about Sesko?
Not one person.
Not
Nope.
one single solitary person. Where is Ivan Toney? Where is Ivan Toney? Because that's what the talk was in the summer. That's what it was in January. Ivan Toney, Ivan Toney, Ivan Toney. That's what the talk was. What did y'all hear all last summer? Ivan Toney. He comes back. Ivan Toney. Deal agreed in principle. Ivan Toney wants to come to Arsenal. Where is he at now? Where's Ivan Toney at when you need? Where is the man that we need to get us the goals that we need? We cannot, gentlemen. Now, this is one thing I'm going rip on. I didn't get a chance to rip on it on James, but I'm going to rip on it right now. This is one thing that I am just not going to tolerate this coming season. It's for us to sit up here, you're spending big time money, locking ourselves into another situation where we've got this clown on the team, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, locked in the high wages, can't get him off the books. This is Eddie Nketiah. This is Gabriel Jesus. This is any player you can think of that we've had in the last few years where we've signed them up on long-term deals and then we're stuck with them. Can't sell them, can't get rid of them. Why are we even sniffing around this? Why are when you're a kid, fellas, and your parents will tell you what neighborhood not to go around, they say, well, son, don't go over into that neighborhood. And you don't know why, but they say, just don't go over there. Just don't go over there. That's how I look at this deal. Don't go over there. Stay away from it. Stay away from it. You might get something from over there. You don't want them to hang around over there. Why are we hanging around players like this? This is Arsenal freaking Football Club. And we're looking at a player that has scored 14 goals, y'all. 14. Just let that thing. 14. 14. That's half of what Nketiah scored this year. That's half of what Nketiah scored this year. 50 million euro. 50. This is big money, y'all. Arsenal people be on their heads about the Cronkies all the time. And I had to say, have we looked at the money that we're spending on players, y'all? 50 million euros for an unproven player. Unproven. This chap is clearly unproven. 14 goals. Jesus, 14 goals. Martinelli, barely 14 goals. Everything is 14. Where are the 30-plus strikers at? Where are the 26 goal strikers at? Where are the 25 goal strikers at? Where are the Erling Haaland was busted up all year and still found 37 goals. Busted up. I mean, out of order. You know, when you go to the vending machine and you want to get you a pop, it says out of order. He was out of order all year and still found 37 goals. Instead, we are sniffing around this. Where's the statement signing at this football club? This is year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are at year 5, y'all. Year 5. This is why I'm getting mad, because it's year freaking 5. I put up with this for 2 years. I could deal with this for 2 years. When we was in 8th place, 5th place, that's just the best we can do because of the situation we in. So I have to kind of bear with it. I just have to work with it. I'm fine with it. This guy maybe come in, do a job in the Europa League, get us where we need to be. Bang. We're still buying Europa League players. We're still buying 8th place players. We're still looking at 8th place players. The way it's looking at me right now, y'all, and I'm sorry I'm on a rant. Declan Rice is going to only be the only big name signing we signing for the next 5, 6, 7, 8 years. I guarantee you, with the way this club is rolling, that's going to be the last big deal we'll have with something like that. This club is yet to do 100 million, 100 million, 200 million to prove a point. Because if you are so upset, if this fan base is so upset and pissed off about being in second place, then they will be demanding we spend top dollar on signings. They will be demanding that we go out and get the best available player. The best available player, ladies and gentlemen. Not just a player, the best available player. People laughed at Curtis Shaw when he went into that room and said, why are we not in for Kylian Mbappe? People laughed at him. No, he did exactly what he was supposed to do. You're supposed to rate that. You're supposed to demand the best. This is Arsenal Football Club. People walking around here like we Exeter City or some shit. This is Arsenal freaking Football Club. I'm sick of going through this. I'm sick of $700 million we have spent in these transfer windows. Where are the players that equal that caliber? Where are the players? We've got the most ridiculous drossed up players stuck on crazy wages. These numbers I'm seeing thrown out for play. Get y'all to everybody on this panel. Could you imagine what 50 million could have got you 7 years ago? Could you heard 50? If you heard of $50 million for a player, you knew you was getting creme de la creme. Now we're getting 14 goal strikers for $15 million. Am I going crazy?
Matt, can I just kick in on that?
Exactly
What you said there, mate, right? Exactly what you said there. I remember when we signed Reyes for 10 million euro. Okay? And I was
What
just
a
there.
baller, by the way.
I
What a
remember reading
baller.
it on paper. I go, Reyes, this guy, he's 10 million euro. Oh my God, this guy must be fucking unreal for 10 million euro. And he's a fucking legend as well. You know what I mean? But exactly what you're saying there. The fan base is settling for fucking dog shit. We are spending money and money and money and fucking money and keep fucking going. And what are we doing? Nothing. We're settling for second best. Why? Fucking why? I don't like it. Does not. I cannot understand it. I cannot understand why these fucking fans are settling for. We challenged. Yes. Yay. We got a participation medal. What the fuck?
We didn't even get the medal. We didn't even get the certificate. The one that your kids get on the last day of school.
Yeah.
That's what we got.
We took part in the race today. We took part. That's the certificate.
We got perfect attendance awards. That's what we got. Perfect attendance awards.
Matt, I said earlier in the show that we will finish at least 10, maybe 12 points behind Man City next season. And someone wrote in on the chat and disagreed with me. And here we are, speaking about a centre forward, Cisco, coming to Arsenal to win us the Premier League title. Make it make sense. They say, let me explain something to you. We're on about spending 50 million on this Cisco fella. Was anybody talking about Cisco 3 weeks ago? Was anybody talking about Cisco 2 weeks ago? Was anybody even talking about Cisco 1 week ago? Everybody is talking about him over the last 48 hours because it's connected to us. And now all of a sudden, he's a fucking world beater.
Hey, I don't agree. I don't.
Unbelievable.
Right there. I'll take that. Before you spend that 50 million, just play him. Just play him.
Yeah.
And let's see.
But this is the problem though, and this is the bigger picture. Sesko is being brought in to be Havertz's backup. That's what he's coming into. So Arteta clearly believes that Havertz is going to lead us to success next season. And his stubbornness, of sticking with Havertz is gonna ruin us. And I saw this coming a mile away, with this Havertz, that because he's gone in with that, because he went in with that deal now, he's gonna be stubborn now. He has to get success with this player because no one wanted him at Arsenal. And yes, to be fair, he had a decent season last season, but for me, you need to be scoring more if you're up front and you're playing for Arsenal. You need 20 goals plus, 20 goals. I'm happy with that. But for me, it just stinks of backup to Havertz and another project, another phase. This is what phase 523 now.
I'm phased out.
I'm done with it.
Yeah, I faced that as well, bro.
Like, as it says, I'm 41 years of age. I'm fucking done with it. I'm waiting since 2004 for this fucking league title. He spent 700 fucking million, right? And then next thing, I was told about 2 seasons ago, Calvert-Lewin, the next fucking Ronaldinho, Calvert-Lewin. Oh my God, he's going to be the best. Oh, Calvert-Lewin in an Arsenal shirt.
Oh, God.
You wankers that fucking do that, please come into me DM. Please, I need to talk to people like you because I need to set you fucking straight. You need to get out of your mom's box room, stop wearing her knickers and stop wearing her pantyhose and her bra and fuck out yourself out of a building because fucking you. I'm sick of wankers like this fucking talking to me going, Del, you know nothing. Relax. He's this, he's that. I'm waiting 20 years now. 20 years. I'm waiting for the league title. 700 million has been spent in Arteta's reign. I want trophies. Like everyone on the panel here, I want trophies. And I'm not fucking doing this for fucking bullshit. And sorry, Kyle, go.
Del boy, no, I hear you, Del boy, and I just want to back that up by saying this to you. You're saying 20 years, you're waiting 20 years for a league title. You're like the rest of us. Now, this fucking sinking. We're waiting 20 years for a Premier League title. We're waiting 32 years for a fucking Carling Cup.
Yeah. I've never seen us win a
30 years for a European competition. 4 years for an FA Cup. Let that sink in.
Not only that, United is sitting right behind us. City is sitting right behind us on the trophy count. We are vastly becoming a club that has been club. And as I stated today on Jez's channel, again, Kyle, I'll say it again, you're going to hear a lot of fans come out this year and say, well, let's give them time. There is no more time. Time is up. The time is up.
Matt,
Facts.
I saw a friend of mine today, Matt. I was driving the car and I was stuck in a traffic jam. And an Arsenal mate of mine was walking down the street and he had the Arsenal jersey on him. And I just had the window down because it's a lovely, gorgeous, hot summer's day here in Ireland today. And I just said to him, because I hadn't seen him, another failed season, mate. Johnny's name is. Another failed season, John. He looks at me, throws the arms up in the air. What are you talking about? That was a fantastic season. We played the best football in the Premier League. And we finished second. What else do you want? I said to him, I want number one. And you know what his answer back was? Yeah, get number one next season.
It's always next season. Hey, eighth place.
But next season. Next season.
Fifth place. It was next
I told
season.
you, this club is Netflix FC, man. It's always next season.
Yeah.
Next season
Always
FC.
next
Fact
season.
line. Next season FC line.
I mean, I'm telling you, bro, it's ridiculous that we have to consistently
Honestly.
over and over and over and over. There's only a few ways I know people will wake up. One is Spurs finish above us. That's when everybody start looking crazy then. Oh my God! If Lord forbid if they win a trophy next year, then everybody will wake up. Everybody start wondering what's going on. You know. And then you got United. Like I said, United. Kyle, we hit it. Bance, we've been saying. Line Tech, we've been sitting on these shows, we've been saying it for the last couple months. Y'all think these other teams ain't just gonna come just lay back down again for next year? They're just gonna lay down. Let me tell y'all, that United train got cranked up last Saturday. The bear finally got slapped out of hibernation and walked out the cave last week. And I'm telling you, if you don't think that they ain't coming back again next year to get some more silverware, you crazy. People laughing at Chelsea and the chaos that they in. Chelsea is nothing. It's just like Chelsea. They go into the conference league. They'll win that trophy and create and complete the European sweep. They'll have won every European trophy it is known to exist. And what has Arsenal done in the European trophies in the last 20, 30 years? 30 years. Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. This manager couldn't even win the Europa League when we were in it. couldn't even do it. Failure.
Matt, even,
Go ahead, Daddy.
Matt, even Olympiacos have just won a European trophy. First time in their club's history.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Like,
Atlanta as well.
yeah.
Yeah, look at
As
what
Atlanta,
phase
yeah.
they in.
Them
What
too.
phase they in. Yeah. I mean, look at this. West Ham last year. West Ham. West Ham.
All these clubs winning European trophies, first time in the history or
Aston
second
Villa
time.
was this
And
close. Aston Villa was this close.
yeah.
They're gonna have a check. They're gonna have a check.
Two European Cups
Yeah.
in our history. That's it. Intercity's Fair Play Cup and the Cup Winners' Cup in '94. Joke, lads. Fucking joke.
Panel, to make things worse as well, and Kyle, to what you just said, listen, the Olympiacos coach, he actually won the Europa League with Sevilla last season. And then he wins the Conference League with Olympiacos. How has he managed to win 2 European trophies in 12 months with 2 different football clubs?
Yeah.
And Arteta can't even...
Maybe we should get him as manager, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're missing the trick.
Why
You know
not?
what I mean?
Facts line.
Lion, I'm sorry to cut across this.
Go ahead. It's open floor. Go ahead.
But like, we have to see the likes of Emery. What will Emery do this year if Villa get, let's say, demoted to the Europa League? Will Villa go on to win the Europa League? Why could he not do that at Arsenal? I'll tell you why. There's a simple fucking reason for this. It's because of the fan base. It's the fan base. We expect, we're this and we're that. Like, what the fuck? Like, I cannot understand. I'm bemused by this fan base. Like, because I get it all the time, you know, as a foreign fan. Matt, you probably get it as well. And like, you know, let's say not the guys who are English, but like foreign fans, because you meet Man United fans, you meet Chelsea, you meet Liverpool fans, you get it all the time. But we are like, we're the ones being picked on because of the fan base. It's the fucking AFTV. It's these knobheads. It's fucking Julian. It's fucking clowns like him making us out to be weirdos and out to be fucking idiots for demanding more. Kyle Walsh, I know exactly where you're from. And Kyle will go, like, he demands, he has a standard. Matt has a standard. I have a standard. Static, Lion, Waffle TV. We all have standards. And like, people are going, you're overreacting. No, we're not. 700 million this manager has spent on us. This season, it will probably go up to about 900 million. That's nearly 1
Nearly a billion.
Billion. Sorry, Matt, you're on mute.
Dale, I said from now on, we need to refer to him as the $1 billion man. That's his new name.
Yeah.
The $1 billion. The $1 billion man. That's his name from on forward. The $1 billion man. Because when you spend $1 billion, you got to have some damn results. You got to.
I want trophies.
Results. I mean, when I say results, I'm talking certified trophies, bro. We ain't talking about certificates. We ain't talking about you winning the manager of the year. Him winning the manager of the year ain't got shit to do with Arsenal Football Club winning the trophy. That all that. No. Him getting a medal from Spain ain't got nothing to do with winning a trophy for Arsenal Football Club in the last 5 years. Absolutely jack shit.
Yeah.
And it's time to have a come to Jesus moment about with this manager and not winning. Go ahead, Dale.
When we were in like the Invincibles beforehand to 2002, 98, I was walking around like Conor McGregor comes up and he comes into the ring like that. I was walking around like that because my team was winning. My team, I'm fucking swinging like that. I'm fucking get the fuck out of my way. I'm an Arsenal supporter. That's why I fucking rock and roll. Now I'm walking around like Bambi on fucking ice, like a little reindeer. Oh my God.
You walk around embarrassed,
Yeah.
man. I know this, man. I'm out there at my games on Sundays, man. Everybody else wearing their kits outside. The one fella that's a Leeds fan, he's like a damn fool. But you got me, him. We walking around, and everybody just feeling, man, it's gonna be all right, man. It's gonna be all right, bro. That's how they feel. It's gonna be all right. And see, our fan base so stupid.
Matt, you may as well play the Bob Marley song like you. No worries about a thing. Everything's gonna be all right.
So some of our
by the way, disgrace.
Some of our fan base is so stupid. They don't even look. Look at with their boy.
I feel like a sponge. When it rains, I leak.
Let me land this right here. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna hit hard today because this is the end of the season show. Some of our fan base is so stupid they don't even realize that the other fans are laughing at us and not with us.
Mm-hmm.
This is why you keep hearing them say, "Oh man, keep the manager, but he'll be all right. He's getting y'all the way y'all need to be." This, that, and the third. When you know damn well, if it was their football club, they wouldn't tolerate it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Johnny Minerals. Johnny Minerals know what's acceptable over there at Chelsea.
Respect, Johnny.
You think he's gonna put up with this crap that they got going on over there? Let them not win a trophy next year. Let them not win a trophy over there next year. This will be 2 years Chelsea ain't won a trophy. Let them not win a trophy over there next year. Let West Ham not be competitive in these trophy competitions. Let Aston Villa with the money they get ready to spend next year, because they're gonna be serious. They look, people forget Aston Villa used to be a force back in the day. If you know your football history, Aston Villa was a force. They're gonna cut some checks. They're gonna be looking for some stuff. Newcastle. If you think Newcastle would have put up with another year like they had this year, with 14 injuries keeping them out of, got them all the way out of Europe again, they're not putting up with it. And we already know Manchester United, they're not having it. Liverpool, y'all think Liverpool standards gonna drop just because Klopp left? No. They're gonna give this guy. You watch how fast they run him out of town if he ain't getting the job done over at Liverpool. You watch. See, this is why I said next season, Kyle, earlier. A lot of Arsenal fans are going to have to come to Jesus next year. They're going to have a long, hard look at themselves, because all these other new managers coming in, all it takes is one to not do what this man did not do this manager in the year. All it takes is one to show up and win anything next year. That's going to kill all other conversation that they have for the last 4.5 years about this manager and how this manager has needed this much. How he needs to get the players. How long is it take? And all that's going to be shut down. General, I'm going to say this before I turn it over to the floor. You forgot one thing about Vincent Kompany, Kyle and Dale. Y'all forgot one important thing. He has a league cup. He won a trophy. And quite frankly, one of the hardest leagues to win a trophy in, he won a trophy. So he is more than qualified to go coach somewhere. This manager ain't won jack shit.
Yeah.
Nothing. Zero.
Exactly.
Zilch.
Nada.
He has had us. The word I said this to Jez, I've said it to Lee, I've said it to Kenny, I've said it to Ola time and time again. His cup competition alone is enough to be sacked on. Yep. That in itself, we're not even talking about the league. We're talking about getting dumped out of cups. Look at the teams that we were getting dumped out of the cup by. When you go back and go look at the teams. Look at the teams and where we were at. And the money spent, y'all. This is Del Boy is right there on it. The money spent. Where are the results? Where are the results? I'm not talking about second place, fifth, eighth. I'm not talking about. I'm talking about tangible trophies, and that's the term I'm gonna start using this year. Where is something tangible?
Real ones.
Not just to say I want tangible. Tangible means I'm holding it in my hand. I'm looking there. I'm looking at it right here. I went to the grocery store today. And I bought something to drink. Oh, yeah. Here's the proof right here. I bought something to drink. I finished in second place. Okay, yeah, but did you finish it first? No, but we finished in second. Well, what is the first player first place to have? They have a trophy. What do you have? Air. This is what you have right there. Air. Second place,
Yep.
right? That's second place right there. Nothing to show for it. Nothing to show for it. It's time. It's fellas. It's time for this to come to an end next year. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it.
You see, we're all
That's
here
right.
tonight, but we're forgetting a very important thing here. And that important thing is, we can talk about Sesko, we can talk about Ivan Toney, we can talk about whatever player you want to talk about. But the simple fact of the matter is, Smith Rowe, Nketiah, Jorginho, who we're just having to give him a contract to, by the way, Thomas Partey, Martinelli, Sambi, Tomiyasu for me, Shevchenko, Kia War, who else is there?
Should you say
Pablo Vieira, Fabio Vieira.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
not naming out 8 or 9 players there. Jess Lewis,
Reece Nelson,
Reece Nelson,
Yeah.
Nketiah.
Nketiah.
12 players.
There's 12 players I just named out. Ramsdale, and in my opinion, Ray.
14.
There's 14 players I've named. Has to go. Not good enough.
Facts.
And as long as we hold on to those players in this squad, we're winning nothing. So we can sit here and talk about Sesko, Zidane, fucking Rivaldo. You can talk about whoever you want coming to Arsenal. 14 players needs to go. That's a fact.
Tech, you've been
That's
quiet.
a fact.
You want to get in that Tech?
No, I agree with what Carl said. Like, we practically did a whole new squad in terms of signings. Let's just be honest, bro, because the amount of dead wood that we have here, that's just, you know that smell, like when you fart and it's just lingering. That's literally what all these dead wood players are. They're just lingering around,
Yes.
like creating pure havoc, man.
It's the turd that keep coming back up the toilet.
Yeah, it's like the dirt that keeps coming up when you flush the toilet, and it just keeps coming up. Like, you can't flush it, bruv. That's what it is, bruv. It's literally, bruv. Honestly, man, you need a major open, like what Rangnick said once for Man United. We need open heart surgery. That's literally what Arsenal need: open heart surgery. We need to just go in there, gut the whole place, and just start again, bruv. Like, literally start from basics. So that means, yeah, we go for the first trophy that's available, the Carabao Cup.
Carabao Cup, bro. I told you that's my
You literally have to start crawling before you can walk, bro. Because at the end of the day, we're not winning any other trophies. So start with that one. Go for that trophy first. And then whatever other trophies come afterwards. But that trophy has to be the number one priority, bro. It has to be.
I'm sorry for cutting across you. Like,
Go ahead, bro.
I think I said this last week. We are like at a peak now. This transfer window is vital to Arsenal Football Club, right? It's vital. That's the way I look at it. Is if we don't get this right, and I'm saying I'm doing these daily fucking transfer talk show. If we don't get this right, we're done.
Yeah,
it's done.
Yeah,
because we need, and we needed it this season. We all said it. I'm sure I've seen all of you talking and everything. We've all said it. We need a 20-plus goal scorer in our team. We did not get that. Saka has played fucking dog shit since January. And I'm sorry if the English people are upset by that. I don't give a fuck. I love Arsenal. I'm talking Arsenal here.
No offense taken.
He
bro.
was not good enough.
No, that's fact,
and the
man.
reason why he was not good enough is because he was wore fucking down. He kept on playing him. 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 You wear a man, a human being, you wear them out. Mentally, physically, you wear them out. Okay? Where was my signing in January? I keep going back to this. What Alex Ferguson, the best manager ever to manage in the Premier League, what he used to always do is he used to keep pocket change for the January transfer window.
Yep.
He done it in January, year in, year out. For example, he got Henrik Larsson off Celtic. Henrik Larsson scored 10, 12, 13 goals from January till the end of the season. Man United go on and they win the league. Facts. That's facts. We spend 65 million on Havertz, we spend this, we spend that, and we blow our beans in the summertime. You need that sprinkle of dust. You need that fresh air in January. You need it. I'm long enough watching this league to know you need to add a fresh face. It's like your job. If you just you're sitting in an office and you're just looking at the same 5 or 6 or 7 wankers all the time, your morale is going to be there. It's just going to be like that. Someone new comes in and they're a bit of bright spark. You're going to go, oh, I'll go to lunch with that guy. You get a bit of buzz. It's human fucking nature. Okay, we can sign Mbappe in the summer. We can sign fucking Bruno Guimaraes and fucking everyone else in the summer. You still need it in January. You need to sprinkle something. You need to just a little bit of edge. It doesn't matter if it's going to be the world. Well, I'm not asking for the world beater. I'm just asking for something fresh, something new in that January. Pushes that extra small bit. We didn't get it this season. We didn't get it. We didn't get it last season. What happened? And if you want to go back further, Kim Kallstrom, who broke his back, we signed him as a fresh. What did that do? Nothing. But Arsenal fans will go back and they'll keep on saying we've the best young manager in the world. Well, guess what? We fucking don't. Okay? I'm 41 years of age. Repeat, 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 repeat. And I can keep going on and fucking on and on. It does not work. Okay? Given this manager more time and 20 million in his bank will not fucking work. And I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news.
I want to go back to
Go ahead, Vance. Go ahead.
I want to go back to Kyle's point about some of the deadwood that we've got still. A ruthless manager doesn't care how much he gets for them, he gets rid of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fact.
I still think next season we're going to see 4 or 5 of those players still in the team. We're going to see players like Nketiah, maybe Vieira will be there, you know, because you also have to consider that some of these players, no one wants them, you know, and if they do want them, they want to give them chump change, you know, because they're on high wages. Nketiah's on 100 grand a week. You know, I don't know how much Vieira's on, maybe 60, 70 a week. They're on high wages, so no one is willing to pay money for them. So it's either, you know, Edu's got to do something, because I know we're talking about the manager all the time, but Edu's just as much a part of this pawn as well.
Mhm.
He needs to get on his black book, black diary, or whatever he's got, BlackBerry or whatever, and he needs to like start promoting these players. You know, I've got this player, I'll give you this player. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he needs to start bargaining through June, because it's as much as it is important us bringing in players of quality, it's important that we get rid of players as well, because we're just going to be going into the new season the same as we went into this season with the same deadwood on the bench. And let me tell you guys, yeah, Arteta doesn't trust these players.
Nope.
He doesn't
No.
trust these players. So what's the point of keeping them on the bench if you don't trust these players? And what's the point of going into a new season, going for a title when you don't trust these players? Something has to give. Something has to give. So Carl's point and Lion Tech's points were very. It's very important that we get rid of these players and we bring in quality players. Yeah, you can get quality players for the price of paying 100k for an NKR, for the price of a Vieira, 34 million. You can get quality players. Yeah, you just got to look. You just got to just look in the right places. Not every player has to be 100 million, 80 million. Yeah, you don't have to have a team full of world class players. You just need a team, yeah, that has a few world class players and that players that can function, that can trap a ball, that can do everything. Do you know what I mean? Like a Premier League player can do. You don't need like world class in every single position to beat a Man City, you know. So I don't know, man. It's difficult. It's difficult.
That's actually facts, okay? What you're after saying there is 100% right. And what Arsenal don't get right. Look at the Man United team, the 99, the treble winning team, everything like that. Like, look at the Man United team that won, I don't know, whatever years they won it. They had John O'Shea. They had Johnny Evans.
Yeah.
They had, like, you know, they had
Darren
the
Fletcher and them back.
do you know what I mean? It's not about like, oh, we need to sign these players. You just need to sign players with good mentality that go, I'm not accepting second. I'm accepting winning. And like we have a saying in Ireland, and I'm sure Kyle will even laugh about it. John O'Shea is now the manager of the Irish Republican team, the Irish football team. And we say the best thing he's ever done was he nutmegged Figo. You know what I mean? And this is like Figo, one of the best players in the world. But Alex Ferguson knew what John O'Shea could do. John O'Shea played in goal for Man United. And I'm not like talking the John O'Shea show here, but it's just about you have to have the mentality of going, do you know what? You're fucking dog shit, but you'll go out and do a job for me today. If you need to kick Haaland, if you need to, like as I said in previous shows I've done, Haaland, all you need to do is wreck his head, pull his hair, just go, you're a big fucking wanker. That's all you say. You keep at him, you punch him, you keep pinching him, stuff like that. Yeah. What's he gonna do in the game you do? What did Gabriel do to him when we played him? He was going mad. Haaland was going mad after the final whistle because he got in his head. Once you get in someone's head, they're done. And I keep saying it, Conor McGregor, Jose Aldo, 13 seconds, job done. McGregor got in his head. Jose Aldo hadn't been beaten in 10 plus years. McGregor got in his head, 13 seconds, took him out. Once you're in his head, you forget about it. And exactly what Ab said there. It's not about the best players in the world. You just have to have players who'll do a shift. I'm sorry for keep cutting in. Sorry.
Like Steve Collins said, boy, with Chris Eubank. Collins got it to Chris Eubank say, Eubank was spent before the first bell even rang. The other thing is, in 1998, when we won the double, like you were saying there, boy, you don't need world-class players. We had world-class players. But there was one particular player that always stands out in my mind. On numerous occasions throughout that season, he came into the team, he was either centre-back or midfield, and he always done a magnificent job. Actually scored a couple of important goals, and nobody ever talks about him. Gilles Grimandi. And Gilles Grimandi was a very poor kind of player. But he came on, done his best, gave his all. That's what I'm looking for. Players that's going to put their heads in where you wouldn't put your foot. That's how you win the titles. This fucking shit passing us sideways and backwards and flicking here and high-fiving each other and kissing each other in the tunnel and having hugs on the middle of the field, group hugs on the middle of the field, and your captain taking a camera and taking photographs and all this and
Arm
fucking
waves.
bullshit.
Expected
You
arm
don't
waves.
read nothing like that. Well, if I had to go into the trenches, I wouldn't be relying on them fellas to come in with me. That's the
Not a
difference.
chance.
Facts.
Like I manage Liam Brady, right? For the people at the back who don't know who Liam Brady is, he's one of Arsenal's best ever player. He's up there with Bergkamp, right? That's how good he is. I manage a team that he came from in Dublin. Okay, we're at the top of the league. We've a few games to go. The team that can catch us, we have to play them twice. Okay, we beat them, we win the league. Okay, and it's that simple. So do you think my mentality, and I'm the manager, my mentality is, well, it's okay to, like, go out and try your best? It's not. I try things different. I get my boys into the dressing room. I get them into a huddle. And I say, see that badge you're wearing? One of the best players to play putting a jersey on in Ireland. Never mind Arsenal. One of the best players ever. He went on to Juventus. And if people don't realise how important Liam Brady is, when Liam Brady, Juventus, the first game that Ronaldo played for Juventus was in Dublin. I was there. I looked at the game. Buffon, right, was there, right? Fucking, you name any Juventus player that's top quality was there, right? Liam Brady was there. All them players came running over to Liam Brady when they seen him. They were like schoolgirls, like 16-year-old schoolgirls going, oh my God. Buffon was nearly crying, hugging him, kissing him. Liam Brady. And I'm just there like going, this is unreal. And the moral of my story here, what I'm saying is, when I was interviewing Kenny Ken on my channel, me and Kenny were talking right after an Arsenal game. And Static, you know this.
Yeah.
I was interviewing Kenny. We're there talking. And next thing Kenny goes, Del, it's fucking Liam Brady. And I was there, Kenny, don't fucking wind me up. Del, it's fucking Liam Brady. And Kenny Ken is about 6 foot fucking 25. He's about that size. And I never seen him like wind up like he was like a little schoolgirl. Oh my God, it's Liam Brady. And he ran over and he hugged him. And I thought Liam Brady disappeared when Kenny Ken hugged him. Like, this is it was just so funny. But it's the mentality of him. Like, we're settling for this shit nowadays. Yep. Why? Liam Brady didn't settle for it. You know what I mean? Like back then, like fucking hell. We need to wake up, people. Really need to wake up. This is Arsenal football. It didn't invent itself when Wenger was there. There was history before it.
That's what
Jez Collins will tell you that.
People think Arsenal started with Arsene Wenger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been going on for well over 100 years. I mean, I'm here to tell y'all.
To be exact, 138 years,
Yep.
1886.
Yep. It's been going on for quite.
Well, there you go.
Bang.
In the benchmark throughout the club history of success, I have checked, I have looked through the records, I've listened to Jez, I've listened to Kenny, listened to Warren, Kyle, Delboy. None of them have ever said that Herbert Chapman held up second place as the benchmark for success at Arsenal.
Never.
Never have I seen it. Never have I seen it. George Allison. Never have I seen it. George Graham. Never. Terry Neal. Never seen it. Hold up second place is the benchmark for success at Arsenal Football Club. But under Mikel Arteta, it's prime real estate. Yeah. It is prime real estate. And that shows you that the standard has dropped. So as we get ready to round things off, gentlemen, I want to hit this, and then we'll get ready to say our stuff here. Head out of here. This season is over. This season is done. It is a wash. Transfer window. We yet to remains to see what's coming in. We have an idea, nothing. So we do know that's pretty much going to be a wash as well. What is everyone's expectation next year? I'll start with myself. For me, everybody's going to be talking about winning a league, Champions League. I'm just going with the basic. Can you do the Carabao Cup? And then we'll just go from there as the year goes on. Carabao Cup, and then if we're going to see how we're going to use the progress model this year. We're going to see, can you progress in this to get to that? Then if you get to that, what about this? What about that? What about this? Because I'm going to have to see, something this year. And for me, the easiest route to the trophy is the Carabao Cup if you take it serious. If you play your cards right, you can easily get through that. You don't even have to. You even have a gap in case throughout the tournament. You even got a gap. You don't even have. It's not like every month. It's boom, 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 boom. You that. So if he cannot get that, for me, if we are out of that Carabao Cup in the third or fourth round this year, sacked on the spot. Sacked on the spot. I promise y'all. Y'all think I'm calm now? I promise y'all. This year I'm coming for him. If we get put out of that right out of the gate, I'm coming for him. And it's going to be a marathon show about why this manager need to be sacked. Because I have had it up to here with him sacking cups. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. I am absolutely tired of it. Absolutely tired of it. I'm going to start, Kyle. I'm going to start with you first, Kyle. What's your expectation for next season?
The first time is killed, Matt. I want the Carabao Cup. Just to start it off, I want a cup. So I take the Carabao. And probably fourth or fifth in the league. That's what I'm expecting. But what I'm going to guess is different. I'm getting 0 cups and probably fourth or fifth or sixth in the league. That's the reality. The dream is to get a cup, but it hasn't been a dream. It's been a fucking nightmare for the last 20 years. So that's it for me, Max. Unfortunately, yeah, I like the Carabao Cup, but we're getting that. I'm not a fool. I'm not a fool.
Vance, brother, what's your level of expectation for next year for the Managerial Football Club?
Well, I am toxic and negative, so I have no expectations. For me, expectations are high for me. He has to win a Carabao Cup. I don't care about Pep going hard for the Carabao Cup and Liverpool and all that. He has to win a Carabao Cup at least next season. Maybe a cup double. Maybe. Do you know what? If my manager's that good, then you know what? Go and do a cup double if you can't win the league.
That's what my
Win
expectation
both cups.
this year.
Yeah, win both cups. If you can't win the Premier League or the Champions League, go and win both. Go and do a double for us. But that's my minimum. He has to have a trophy next season. He has to have a trophy, and even just winning the Carabao on its own and top 4 doesn't do it for me. Doesn't do it for me. He has to, it's either a double with the cups, or he has to win a Premier League, and I'll accept that.
Would you take this one was early. I saw this one says question to all of you: if we win the league and the FA Cup and we finish, wait a minute. Question to y'all: if we win the League Cup and the FA Cup and we finish 3rd or 4th next season, are you Arteta in? I'm just trying to figure out that's worded kind of weird there. Yeah, because you can't do both. If you win the league, okay. I'm sorry. Kismo, I'm sorry, brother. I misread it. Question is if we win the League Cup and the FA Cup and we finish third or fourth next season, are you Arteta out, or has he won 2 trophies and keep him? He's got to put in the work. If he can get these 2 right here, I can deal with it. Yeah. See, this is the problem. See, people don't understand. In order to maintain a position like this, challenging as Del Boy said, challenging ain't good enough. You got to have tangible. This is the word I keep telling y'all. Tangible items to show for success.
Mm-hmm.
Third doesn't get a trophy. Second doesn't get a trophy. Fourth place, regardless of what Wenger told y'all, it ain't a trophy.
We want the medals, man.
We need medals, not certificates. Medals, not certificates. Not certificates. And if this man can do a cup double, man, far as I'm concerned, y'all clip this up. Y'all like to clip up stuff on me and throw it up there on no context and all that stuff. Let me clip this up right here. Clip this up. If this manager can go and get a double next year, then that starts a good legacy building opportunity. That's how you start building a legacy.
I agree.
Exactly.
How many folks have done a cup double here at Arsenal? This is what I'm saying. Not many, bro.
Not many.
So next year's going to show me his aspirations. How serious does he take the job? Because if you're good enough to challenge for second place 2 years in a row, surely you're good enough to win a Carabao Cup. Surely you're good enough to be in for the FA Cup. As long as he don't show up with the idea that Eddie Nketiah can get us over the line like he's been doing and showing up playing with tinkering with the team is second place 2 years in a row. We all expecting much better next year. Let's put it like that. We're all expecting much better next year.
One of my best years as an Arsenal fan was in 1993 when we won the domestic cup against Sheffield Wednesday in both finals. And I'll never forget those 2 finals. And the celebrations for winning those 2 cups. So would I take those 2 cups again next season? Of course I would. In a heartbeat. I would love it. We finished 12th that season, by the way. So, yes, I'd love a double cup, domestic cup next year.
And
no.
And the captain says we spent way too much money for just the Carabao and FA Cup. That should have been the question last year. That should have been 2 years ago. Right there is what should have been. People should have been saying 2 years ago. But see, now you got to work with what you got. You got to work with what you got now. So now, what's the best plan of action? Carabao Cup, FA Cup. Because we've shown that we can. The league has to be managed. We got to be managing stuff to compete for the league. And he's mismanaged it both times. And in the process of mismanaging it both times, we throwed away opportunities to win one of these 2 cups. That's why we hadn't done it. Because we're going 100% at the league. 100%. Everything at tunnel vision. Locked in. Just like a horse. Put a horse on the with the shutters on front of him. The horse can't look no way. Just straight ahead. And that's what we did. We went straight ahead on the Champions League and the league, the Premier League, and everything else just got thrown away. You even heard the fan base saying it, y'all. I heard one cat last week say he's bored of winning the FA Cup. Bored of winning the FA Cup. You heard one say last year, the FA Cup is beneath us. FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, excuse me. The Carabao Cup is beneath us. When did we make it to that level? This is why I say next year for me, basics. We're going Carabao Cup. Line Tech. Your thoughts on next year, brother? I think I already know it, but you can go ahead and say it.
Yeah, like I've been saying, that we've got to start from the basics. Like it's got to be the Carabao Cup because that's the first trophy on the menu. So you got to just snap that one up, bruv. Because I don't want to be hearing next season bigger fish to fry and all this bollocks. I don't want to be hearing that. I want to be seeing us win the Carabao Cup, and it's not beneath us. I don't want to hear no like none of these people saying, "Oh, it's beneath us." No, there's no trophy like that's beneath us in this club. There's no trophy. So let's not do this, because all we've been doing is literally trying to jump in the deep end without learning how to swim. That's what we've been doing. We need to start from the basics. Get the armbands, get the paddling pool, start paddling, and then when you're confident to let go, then you can swim with the big sharks. You know what I mean? But right about now, we're not ready for the big sharks. So just literally get the tadpoles in and start claiming the cups. And that's what I want. I want the cups. And then every other trophy could take care of itself. But the Carabao Cup, that's the first one. And if we go out in that, mate, trust me, I'm going to have a rant and a half. Because I'm not having it, man. I'm not having it. I'm telling you. So he better win it next season. He better. It's a must, non-negotiable. He must win it.
See, this right here is the new.
Simple.
This is the new. This is right here. This is what you call fuckery. This is a quote one of my homeboys, Al. If you watching it, this is called fuckery. They want to.
Jeez,
They want to try to sucker you into this right here. Let me answer this the easiest way possible. I'm answering this right away. We have spent 700 million euros. 700 million euros. Do you think it's acceptable to just win a Carabao Cup in 17?
No.
700 million euros.
No.
Oh, come on, man.
I don't think it is.
It finished 17. It finished 17. See, that's right there. The last part right there. Finished 17, bro.
No, man. That's basically the same as their relegation. That's basically the same.
I think everyone on the panel realistically wants the Premier League. It's been 20 years. 20
Absolutely.
whatever years.
Absolutely.
Everyone wants the Premier League. Yeah, okay. We're telling you what we will accept next season, but realistically, we want that Premier League. Yeah, we want that Premier League more than anything. And we need a Champions League. Yeah, don't forget that, guys. We need a Champions League.
You know what? You know what? We need a Champions League, Vance. You know what? When it comes to the Champions League, for me, we don't have the quality of players to win the Champions League. That's the problem. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And that's why people.
But Matty,
Go ahead.
Dortmund are in the finals. Dortmund, you're telling me we can't beat Dortmund?
The manager.
I'm sorry.
They got a better manager, though, Bance. They got a better manager.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's the difference.
No, the only reason why I'm trying to come across, Samson, I apologize, mate. I'm sorry, but Fax is calling me out, and I have to give it to him. Fair play. Appreciate you. And please, Fax, subscribe to my channel, Del Boy Gunner TV, all right? This is what I have to say to that, all right? Would I settle for Carabao Cup and 17th position? Okay? Let's talk about this, all right? Let's say we're teenagers. Me and you, Fax, all right? We're teenage. We're brothers, all right? We go to a teenage disco, all right? We're looking for the chicks. We're going there, all right? So we're 18, 19 years of age. We're adults, okay? This is what's happening, all right, Fax? This is what's happening. I walk into a club. Girls are there looking at me going, oh, yeah, Del Boy's got a bit of drip, yeah? Next thing, Del Boy goes over, sticks the lips on the girl. Starts wearing the face off her. Yeah, here we go. All right. Next thing, Del Boy goes, here, do you know what? I want to go into the toilet. I want to stick a bit of perfume on me, bit of brew. You know what I mean? Freshen the hair up. That's it. What's happening? All right. So I'm after pulling. I'm after getting the Carabao Cup. I want more. All right. This is what Del Boy wants. Del Boy wants more. He's gone into the Jacks freshening up. He comes out. He sees another brother. A brother's up there all over me, bitch. All right. And next thing, he walks out and he goes at the board that I'm after being with. Am I settling for that? Are you for real, mate? Are you for real? I'm swinging the cunt around the place. I'm coming after him. You fucking sly little bastard. It's not acceptable to me. No, it's not. Carabao Cup. Suck me fucking arse. Not me balls, me arse. You can't even suck me fucking arse. Don't even go there, you clown. I'm not accepting it. So you think that I'm going to be there fucking going Carabao Cup is acceptable and 17th? Mate, Del Boy Gunner TV, you need to talk to me, brother. Seriously. Fuck off. Carabao Cup. I understand the Carabao Cup's a trophy, but I want me little minions to go out and do that. And then go, here, mate, Dale, go out onto the dancer and show me what it's all about. Then that's when I come out. Then that's when it's coming out. And then you show how it's fucking done. You know what I mean? Carabao Cup and 17th. If that's your mentality, mate, I'm sorry about you. You don't have much going on in life. Seriously. And I'm just sort of looking at your comments coming in, but no, big up, mate. Big up.
All right. Static, your thoughts, brother.
Well, my standards are always high and they should forever remain high, which is my expectation every year is to win the league. Oh, no, you can't accept that. No, you can't. No, Static. No. I have high standards. That should always be my minimum and maximum requirement. Arsenal to win the league every year. However, I wouldn't say no to the Carabao Cup or League Cup. But yeah, we're going to finish third. Well, we're going to be very lucky to finish third. We're very lucky to finish third, and we're not going to win any trophies again. I can't see anything. I can't see us doing better than what we've done last season and the season before that. Like this season just finished and last season. So, yeah. The only way he can save his ass, Arteta, is, well, do a League Cup double or Cup double. And if we finish third or fourth, but we've won the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, as what Delboy would say, that's grand.
that would be like crazy if he was to do that.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Now that
is
progress. Now that is actual progress.
That would be a bit of a statement.
Yeah, that's what I said. It would be a step step forward in cementing the legacy, man. That right. See, and that's why I don't understand why he didn't try to do that from the beginning. Is to try to win these cups first instead of just
that would have shown progression, winning these cups on the way to a Premiership title.
I don't think anybody on the panel would have had a problem if we would have won a Carabao Cup and a Carabao Cup 1 year, FA Cup 1 year, or won them both. I don't think anybody would have. But to go 4 or 5 years without winning anything, that's where the problem is. Nothing. That means you hadn't won anything. And then we're talking about a 3-year deal. You're looking at 8 years because there's no guarantee that he hadn't won anything. So that would be broken. You looking at Arsenal's history, man. 8 years. In modern history, 8 years of not winning anything. Come on, man. Arsenal.
Well, Matt, can I
also
just
fans
say,
go, Delwyn, go.
Can I just say, since Klopp took over Liverpool, they won 8 trophies. 8 trophies. In the same time, Manchester United have won 8 trophies. So people are slagging United, saying they're dirt, they're not good, they're not this, they're not that. But they've won 8 titles since Klopp took over. How many have Arsenal won? Is it 3 since that time? So who's the biggest losers here? We spent 700 million. Who's the biggest loser? This team is winning trophies. And I know Fax is probably trying to wind us up. And big up to Fax FC. I don't mind. I love that, to be honest with you. But at the end of the day, we'll say, what Klopp has 9 years, okay, and he's won 8 trophies. So in 9 years, how many trophies have Arsenal won in the last 9 years?
That right there. That's all I've been trying to get people to see, Dale, is that it's okay that y'all want to be patient with this manager, but at some point you're going to have to start looking at him and saying, where is the success? Not where's the challenging. We're back challenging. We're pushing. We're pushing them. We're pushing them. We fought to the last state championship. It took look at the work that we've caused and how much trouble. Hey, our rival fans are talking about us again. They're scared. They're talking. That's not going to do it. We need tangible.
And Matt, here's the thing. I also forgot to say, And also, fans conveniently forget we went through a 9-year trophy drought under Arsene Wenger. I don't want to go through that again.
Yeah, bro.
We're
you
not
know,
we're not that far behind to
as an
do it again.
Arsenal fan,
Another
Static,
9-year trophy drought. Go.
Static, as an Arsenal fan, the worst pain. Let me tell you my worst pain. One of my worst pain outside of Champions League lost to Barcelona. But one of the worst pains that I'd ever had as an Arsenal fan was when we lost.
I know what he's gonna say.
Birmingham City.
Yeah, I was gonna say the exact same thing. Birmingham City.
That hurt. That one brought tears. I actually cried that game. I remember that I thought we had it in the bag.
Yeah.
And we showed up lollygagging, bumbling and stumbling for the chat, and fluke. I remember like it was yesterday. That miscommunication at the back.
Oh, Kashani and
Szczesny.
90th
minute winner, Birmingham City.
Yep.
I remember over Femi Martins, ex-Newcastle United striker, plays for Birmingham, scores the winning goal.
Yeah, that was
painful memory.
Pain, bro. Because I've never seen us win a League Cup. I've never seen us win.
That's the closest we came to.
That was the closest. I've never seen it.
Yeah.
You know.
But Matty, you know the ironic thing about that is that team was relegated, bro.
Yeah.
They got relegated that season. They got relegated that season. And we lost to them in the final.
And speaking of relegation teams, Wigan, they won the FA Cup against Man City.
Wigan
and they still got relegated.
Yeah. So that's why I said, he's got
what I'm saying.
I don't want to go through that. I don't want to go through another 19 years of that. That was rough, man. That's why I said that's how you know a lot of the fan base are young, because anybody that's really went through them barren times like that, you ain't talking about no I'm celebrating second place, man. Well, nobody talking about we pushing Leicester City after we finished second that year. Well, nobody talking about that. Well, I mean, we gave Leicester City a push. We're pushing them. No, you didn't hear anything about that. And by the way, what happened the year after that? What did we finish the year after that? For those who know your history, what did we finish at? What did we finish the year behind that? Lion Tech, what was behind that? Eighth, fifth, second. Okay, second. I just want to throw that out there. So
we went downhill from then, but
that's what I said. So everybody, you can't tie everything to finish in second place. And that's what I've been trying to tell people the last couple of weeks. You can't do that because you don't know where you'll be at in the league. But one thing you do know that you can do, and that is guaranteed, is that you are in the cup competition. You know for a fact you're going to be in the Carabao Cup competition. You don't have to qualify for it. No, you're automatically there. You're automatically in the FA Cup. Now it's just up for you to win it. This Premier League title, you don't know how the card's going to fall next year. But we keep talking about City next year. It could be Manchester United show up and run roughshod over the league. Liverpool could run roughshod over the league next year. Dare I say Aston Villa gets the something happens. They decide they want to challenge Newcastle. So we don't know who's going to be challenging. I just know that based on history, second don't usually mean good for the next year. Based off of history, that means that you're probably going to have some trouble trying to get back to where you was at or going past that. So that's my thoughts on that. Gentlemen, I want to say thank y'all, man. 3 hours. Damn, we did a 3-hour show today. I was planning on doing 2. We hit 3. It got good.
Fantastic.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have set up a redirect. We're going to go join Jez for his birthday celebration today.
Happy birthday, Jez.
Yep, Jez is.
Big up, Jez, man. Happy
I think
birthday,
he's doing a 24-hour marathon tonight for his birthday. I forgot he was supposed to. I think we got all confused there because he was supposed to come over, but I realized he was doing his marathon, so I was like, nah, that ain't happening. But he's supposed to be doing 24-hour marathon today, so we're gonna go join him in just a second. But before we do that, I want to give everybody the opportunity to shout out that channel. I want to say thank y'all for this year. I want to say I'm gonna go around the panel right quick myself and tell everybody thank you. Static, I want to say thank you for manning the channel for me throughout the year this year. I really appreciate it, man.
Best in the business.
Yeah,
I'm not, boys, but thank you.
The best
The
part
number
of
one.
YouTube.
Number one.
I'm not,
Best
but
part
thank
of
you.
YouTube.
I'm not,
You're on,
but thank
you're
you.
on.
Man, I want to say thank
That's
you,
true.
man,
I appreciate
for
it.
joining, brother. Met you.
I'm being
met
modest,
you-
boys, but thank you. Sorry, man.
Met you early in the season, brother, on this channel, man, and we've been rocking ever since, man. Thoroughly enjoy the discussions. Dale boy, as always, man. I knew you were grinding early in the beginning of the year, working, and normally we do our post-match shows. But brother, it was good to get you back in the building, man. It's always good to see you, man. I love I told Gunnar my second grade teacher was from Dublin, Ireland. So I'm very familiar with the Irish fire. Definitely familiar with it. And glad to have you here. Lion Tech, brother. We've just recently become friends as well. We're gonna be doing some stuff this summer. We're gonna be recording some stuff this summer for y'all. We got a new show coming out. It's gonna be called The Streets Won't Forget. And so we'll be looking at we'll be doing some
I'm looking
reaction
forward to
stuff.
that one, bro. I'm looking forward to that.
That's gonna be straight fun. So we'll be doing that, recording a couple of those over the summer. So you'll see those pop out here and there in the next couple of weeks. And brother, thoroughly enjoyed it, man. Appreciate you coming on this season, man.
Thank you, man.
Kyle Walsh, bro. I was so excited, man, when you got back on YouTube because me and you got two men that can explode at any moment. And it is good to have Kyle back. It's just good to see Kyle back in the building, man. So, brother,
we've missed you,
brother,
Kyle. We've really missed you.
I'm back with a bang, and I ain't going nowhere.
I was looking around when we went on that 1-7 in December. I was looking around. I was checking. Let me see. Is Kyle back? You know, I'm looking for you. I'm looking for Diesel. I'm trying. Where they at? Because I know y'all two ready to explode at any moment. So
once a month, check his channel. Nowhere to be seen.
Yeah,
we need you during these dark times, Kyle. Trust me.
Yeah,
so
we need you during these dark times.
Yeah,
and I ain't taking any excuses this season. No fucking excuses.
Yeah, and also in the chat, I don't know if she's still here. I want to give Mama Flossie a shout out this year for helping me out as a mod as well. Everybody who's come,
she's a legend.
Yep, everybody.
Yeah, big up Mama Flo, man.
Yep,
big love to you, Mama Flossie.
Lenny Mac, the Wolf Fang coming through. Tony, if you catch this on a replay, brother, love you, man. We got to link up soon. Tony Clark Gunner, man. Lee Gunner, Jez, Kenny, Ola. Everybody, Northside, man.
Legends.
Every single body
legends, man.
We've worked with this summer, man. I think I worked with Stafford early this year. Shout out to LB. Worked together early this year. DWTT Gary and the guys over there. Anybody I can think, Wax. I did some stuff with Wax and Yard, man, about 2 weeks ago. Enjoyed working with them as well. And brother, I just want to say thank y'all for this season. I know it didn't finish the way we all wanted to finish, but I was able to enjoy the process with you all and had a blast, man. And next year we're going to be holding them to the fire. So with that, I'm going to go ahead around the panel, let everybody say their goodbyes and shout out their channels before we head over to Jazz. For those who are already heading over there, y'all let them know that the Southern Laguna sent y'all, and y'all get your wine out because Jazz got the good stuff. So y'all get your wine out. For those that drink, I'm just gonna keep my water in my sparkling soda over here. Static, shout yourself out.
You can find me on Instagram, which is static__5. You can also find me anywhere within the Arsenal YouTube fan community, especially the Southern Gooner. If you do see me live chat, do come and say hello. I will do my very best to respond. Big love and respect to everyone on the panel. Thank you all for this season. Big love and respect to everyone live chat. Thank you all this season, and especially the mods as well. You're all amazing people. And to all Arsenal fans, keep your standards high. Don't let go. If Arteta fails, get him out. Arteta out. That's me done.
All right. Abs, a.k.a. Bants. Tell the people where they can find you at. Waffle.
Man, I'm multitasking at the moment, man. Seriously, yeah, you lot can catch me at Waffle TV. Catch me on Instagram as well. I've got a channel on. No, I haven't got a channel. I've got a Facebook page as well for the banter. Those who like a bit of banter. But yeah, you can catch me there, man. And I'm gonna see if I can put people's links in the channel while I'm doing this as well. So yeah. Give us a follow, guys, and I'll give you a follow back. Cheers.
Sweet. Dele Dale.
What's the crack? What's the bleeding story? There's no messing around on Del Boy Gunners TV's fucking channel. We say it fucking straight. And I do, after every Arsenal match, we do a live call and show. Everyone's allowed welcome. Once you're respectful and not taking the piss out of anyone. Every Arsenal fan has an opinion and a voice, and that's the way I look at it. Matt, you've been on it loads of times. Static, Waffle, Lions, you boys have to get on my channel. Kyle Walshmuller is on my channel all the time. But big shout out to everyone. I just want to give a big shout out to Static as well, who is an absolute legend, an unsung hero in the Arsenal corridors. But come here. I'm doing Arsenal daily transfer shows and stuff like that during the summer. So look, I'm a few off 1,000k subs. So if you're free and you have an L sub button, please do hit the L sub.
Subscribe to Del Boy, y'all. Let's get him over the line. Let's get him. Where you at? Where you at, Del Boy? Tell me where you at.
Thank you for the kind words. Thank you for the kind words, Del Boy. I appreciate it.
No, it's only facts, mate.
Yeah, let's get Del Boy over the line. He's almost over that line. Let's get him over that line.
How close is he? How close is he, boys?
How close is he?
I haven't a clue.
I thought he had 982. I thought he had 982 the last time I checked. So he's got 18 to go.
Please subscribe to Del Boy Going TV. This guy's
make sure you
subscribe to Del Boy, man.
He's a cool guy as well.
Get him to 1,000.
What's not to like about him? Please subscribe.
He's 18 away, y'all. We got to get him over that line. 18 away.
Come on, people. Get him over the line, man.
Yeah, let's get him.
Links in the chat. Links in the chat.
All right. Tech Daddy. Tell him where they can find you at, brother.
I like that. Tech Daddy.
Nice. Yeah, trust me. Nah, big up for having me, Matty. Big up to everyone on the panel. It's been a blast, man. That over the last year or so, man. That I'm all new to the game and everything, man. But met so many people online, man. It's been good, man. It's been really good. But yeah, you can find me on Lion Text TV on YouTube, Lion Text on Instagram, TikTok. But yeah, I've just been doing streams and that every now and again. I'll be doing a live stream probably tomorrow after the Champions League final. Just talking about old school movies, just having a little bit of fun. So if you don't want to tune in, that any one of you that want to come on the channel, you're more than welcome. You don't even need to ask. Just let me know. I'll set it up, whatever. But planning to do a lot more live streams over the season and that. So yeah, man, just trying to get myself out there. So big up to everyone in the panel and big up to everyone in the chat, man. Love and much respect to everyone, man. Big up, man. Every time.
Much love, brother. Much love. Kyle, tell everybody where they can find you at, brother. And you working too, because I've been watching videos.
Yeah, man. I'm back, Matty. I'm back. But I'd just like to say, first of all, big up to Del Boy. Has been on the show there the whole time. We collaborate a lot, myself and Del Boy. We come from the same hymn sheets. We're Irish and we're fiery, and we say it straight from the heart. And also, I'd like to say a big up to Warren's Team Talk. That man is an absolute legend.
Legend.
And you have to keep on that subscribing to Warren's Team
Legend.
Talk. That man, the things that man does is just unbelievable. Big up to Jez Collins, always has me on his shows as well. Maddie, yourself, man, big up to you as well.
Another one. Yep.
And all the legends. And Static, thank you for all the support throughout the year, man. You're always on the case. Come on, Kai, get this done, get that done. You're a legend, man.
Thank you.
And it's straight to me's ads and straight to me's line take as well. And I'm at the subscribing to you line takes and I'm at the watching a few of your videos, man. And I think Waffle TV subscribed to me yesterday. So now that I know who it is, I'm going to be subscribed back tonight. So big up to this, lads. I'm on. I think I'm about to get over 250 subscribers now. I just thought I'd get about 50. About 250. It's unbelievable. And the amount of comments and all that goes on my videos. I just say it as it is, lads. If you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. That's just where I am. So loads more content. I'm trying to do it every day. I'm kind of dedicating myself to do video every day. So let's get the work in, let's get the graft in, let's get them sums up, and let's see what happens. Big up to you all, and I can't wait to share the screen with all you legends again and all the chat.
And by
Absolutely.
the way, Del Boy
What's
Carl,
up,
I'll be
man?
on your case if you don't upload content. Because it's. I just want to say quickly, Del Boy Kyle, it's a rarity to have real ones like you guys, especially when it comes to Arsenal. Because I've seen a fair amount of Irish YouTube channels. Not many Arsenal ones out there that actually speak the truth and facts. But you two are my brothers, my Irish brothers, forever and always. And you guys always speak facts. And you guys have to keep going. Like, just even when days get rough, even during dark days, you got to keep going.
Before
Don't give up.
before we shut it down here, I'm going to read. I'm going to do two things here. I'm going to read a quote, and then we're going to close out with the video, and then we're going to shut it all the way down.
Matt, you forgot Waffle.
Oh shit! I'm sorry, bro. God.
Oh shit!
No, I said already. I said already.
He did go.
I
You
said
did
cool,
go, right?
cool.
Yeah, he did go. Okay. I
Oh,
was
yeah,
like,
you did.
My fault, everyone. My
hey,
fault.
I know I'm getting old, but I'm like, damn, I could have sworn I thought he was.
That's my fault. That's my fault. My bad. My
Psych.
fault, people.
All right.
Whoops.
Psych.
So shout out to Lee Gunner for sending me this. Emmanuel Petit. This young man I know pretty good. Know that guy pretty good.
Monsieur PT.
I love Petit, man.
Yeah.
Trust
Don't
me.
Magnifique. Magnificent.
don't find too many men like that these days.
Magnifique. Yes, yeah.
Emmanuel Petit on Arsenal's near miss with the Premier League title.
Real legend.
This Arsenal team are good losers, but I'd rather they were good winners. Even though Arsenal have had a great season, I'm sorry, but in 10 years, nobody will remember this team.
Facts.
Facts.
Let's a round of applause for Emmanuel Petit. We need more.
Couldn't have said it any better, man.
Yeah, we need more of the old brass coming out. And I'm gonna say something too, man. Now I might be wrong. I might be remiss. I might be wrong. Might be wrong, but y'all can correct me. I hadn't seen Ian Wright say anything.
No.
About
No.
No.
you know, shout out
Which
to
is rare.
Kevin Campbell's on the men. Kevin Campbell's on the men, but shout out to him. But I hadn't heard him
Get what's in, Kevin.
say anything. You know, TT hadn't said anything. Bergkamp hadn't said anything. Pires hadn't said anything. The old brass. Youngberg hadn't said anything.
Yeah,
So
none of them.
I didn't see him twerking for Spurs a couple weeks ago. I didn't see him twerking for Spurs a couple weeks ago. Sol Campbell, he didn't say anything. This is what we need. We need more of the old brass coming out, keeping the standard. This is what I want to see more of. When I got that, I just put a smile on my face to see one of the old brass come out and say something instead of just dancing for dollars. You know, just dancing for anything, to just accept anything. It's time that next year is the year of tangible. We need something tangible going forward. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, Monty, Warren, I want to make sure I show y'all some love too. Let y'all know I didn't forget because I forgot to mention y'all and Kyle through y'all. I want to say thank you for y'all too as well. Warren, thank you for keeping me sane throughout the season by sending your messages. Love you, bro. Love you, man. Love you. All right. With that, we're out.
Real fans, bro. Real fans are critical. Why?
Yes, exactly.
Because real fans, we expect the best.
Yes.
We don't want shortcuts, bro. We don't want you sleepwalking through it. We want the best. And if you are accepting mediocre on a weekly basis, you're not a real fan.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, bro. You are not a real fan, and you got no idea what a real. Bro, listen. I don't want to be around Chris when Ohio State loses. You think Chris is sitting there after an Ohio State loss and he's making excuses?
No.
Are you? No. What fan does that, Chris?
Delusional fan who doesn't doesn't understand what it feels like to win. I mean, that's.
Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to The Southern Gooner here on YouTube